What is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? Happy Wednesday. We got a lot of people hanging out. Wait, hold on. Do I see a ZVL as the GOAT username with a phase 3 as the logo? That's awesome. What is going on, guys? Happy Wednesday, middle of October. We made it. We got a lot of bowling stuff to talk about today. Glad to see a lot of you already hanging out. We got Brooks hanging out already, waiting for all of the bad information I have to give out. Yeah, I got flamed a little bit yesterday in my Brunswick video talking about the new bowling balls. There are some unhappy campers in the comments, so we're going to talk about a little bit of what I meant by a lot of my comments, so it's going to be very entertaining. Let's see. Duncan, congrats on the 300. Thank you, man. Little spoiler, but how does the Rockstar Amp compare against the Zen 25? And would an Equinox be a good ball up from that, and Ember being a ball down? All of the things you said are correct. Yes, the Rockstar Amped is going to be just a little bit later and quicker than the Zen 25, but it's going to be a ball down from the Equinox, ball up from the Ember. All right, let me kick off our lovely TikTok stream. Let's see, talking New Brunswick bowling balls. Okay, that doesn't fit. Talking bowling balls. There we go. Boom. All right, Kai, becoming a member on YouTube. Thank you so much, man. Good to see you. Love having you hanging out again. Great to see you, man. Polymers, I'm thinking the alert and Intel Recon will make a 1-2. Yes, it will. Absolutely. ZVL is the GOAT. I love that username. You win today. Bobby D, what's going on? Display, how you doing? Gone, hello. Jake, what's up? Brooks, yeah, the GOAT username. James, again, was up. Brooks, to do a Brunswick stream is just to go live for 10 seconds and then disconnect. Oof, oof. Oh, who else we got? Reese, Too Tall. What is going on, Too Tall? Too Tall, I've seen you in a couple other chats, too. I love seeing that. I love seeing a lot of you guys in other bowling chats. That's awesome to see. I'm going to open my energy drink of the day. I don't work tomorrow because we're doing a Pokemon stream, which is going to be awesome. It's all day, 10 to 4 o'clock. We're going to drink Lost and Found root beer energy because my G Fuel hasn't come in yet, unfortunately, which is very sad. But Kai, what's going on? Display, how you doing? Mike? I love that comment. I shouldn't read it, but that's awesome. Seth White, what's up, man? I just got 250 out of 250 on an essay. On the essay, nice. Congratulations. For anyone who doesn't know, Seth, who's over in the Twitch chat right now, wrote an essay about me and the channel, which was incredible. And it got a perfect score, which we love to see. Congrats, man. Yeah, I'd love to read the whole thing if you have it. Brooks, you're going to have some Brunswick trolls in this one. Oh, I am very okay with having a couple Brunswick trolls in this chat because that was a small subset of my comment section yesterday in a Brunswick video. So I want to go through those bowling balls and my thoughts and explain my thoughts of why I said what I said, because today I actually this afternoon was at a Brunswick seminar where they talked about all 6 of the brand new bowling balls, what they do, what they meant, and then I can give my final thoughts because I was actually able to see him go down the lane as well. We had one of our reps up here in Minnesota throwing every single ball that's coming out. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about what I saw from those bowling balls, just on his ball shape, on what it looked like, and why that Evil Eye still isn't worth $195. It is not ball of the year. Just throwing that out there. This ball ain't ball of the year. But let's keep going and do a couple other comments quick. Chris, you have a Gremlin and an Arctic Vibe. I feel like I need a stronger smooth ball, but you love your Vibe shape. I like the Rockstar a lot, man. Rockstar is looking really good right now. If you want to stick with Hammer, the Hammerhead is a good similar motion to a Vibe as well. Otherwise, Effect Tour is close. Wayne, what is up? Congrats on signing with Radical. When can we expect the Evil Eye direct hit? People think I hate the Evil Eye already. I don't hate it yet. That's jeez, man. I also got a lot of comments that I trash on Radical too much, so I'm going to try to not do that as much today. JR, my Brunswick seminar is next Friday in Tacoma. Yeah, they were mentioning today that they'll be there next week. Their schedule next week, I think it was Briggs' schedule, is absurd next week. The guy who's running the seminars has I think he said 7 flights in 7 days to get to the West Coast. It's insane. Wild. Alec Lang, what's up? Would the Equinox Solid be a good in-between for a bridge ball between the Jackal Onyx and the Lethal Venom? Yes, it would. Yes, it would. All right, we are officially live on everything now. We got a couple people flying in. So we are here to talk about the 6 new Brunswick balls. We're here to talk about the Rockstar Amped because I was able to throw mine yesterday. I drilled it and threw it. Spoiler alert, I threw a lot of strikes. It was the most strikes I've thrown with a new bowling ball ever. I had 268 in game 1, 300 in game 2, and then I threw the next 4, I think it was about 4 in game 3, and I left a 10 pin and I switched over to do my comparisons with other equipment. It just matched up so well on the house shot I was on. It was insane. That ball was nuts. But yeah, we'll talk about the 6 Brunswick balls. We'll talk about the Rockstar Amped, a little bit Equinox Solid. It is a full Q&A for today's stream as per usual. So if you guys have any questions about bowling balls, where bowling balls fit in your arsenal, should you pick up any of the new ones, should you avoid any of the new ones, anything like that, please put them down below in the comments. I will try to hit as many as I can. If I end up missing any comments, 1, I apologize, but 2, just please re-enter it. There's going to be a lot of comments that are flying in throughout the night, so I want to be able to try to hit all of them, but I am going to accidentally miss a few. Our goal here is to give you guys the information you want. We aren't like other live streams where they ignore the comment sections. No, this is solely run by the comment section. So we need you guys, as much as you guys want to know about bowling balls, bowling, non-bowling, about this root beer energy drink, let me know. Let me know. But otherwise, we can get it all going. Let me run a quick ad on Twitch quick because I realize I forgot to. And Kyle with an I also, thank you for the follow on Twitch as well. And then, yeah, make sure to drop a follow or sub if you haven't yet. It's the best way to help support the channel. But let's get going. Traveling Irishman, do you think the new Energize is a good replacement for the Maximum Effect? No, not even close. No, not at all. So the Maximum Effect is going to be the strongest of the strong smooth category right now. The Energize is like middle of the road for the strong and sharp category. That one's similar to like a Hater Pearl. It's similar to like a Severe Collision, somewhere like that. The comparison I heard today was that it is identical to a Severe Collision in a lot of ways. So be ready for that. That's really what it's looking like right now. But it is not close to the Maximum Effect Irishman. Black Star Piece, what would be a good step down from the gem that has a similar motion? It's kind of tough to get a similar motion. Sublime Focus was pretty close, actually. That ball just got discontinued, but you can pick it up for like $100 right now. That's probably the same like early and smooth motion that you're looking for with that. Big B, yeah, and this is also going to be a comment that we talk about today. Are there too many bowling balls? This is the most common comment I get on every single video where we talk about new bowling balls is there are too many. And I had a conversation today with a couple of the Minnesota guys about how many bowling balls are being released to the public right now. I got a couple numbers ready just for the current marketplace, the current world of bowling right now to see where everything's at. But yeah, Big B says, I pretty much ignore B7 brands altogether. I have enough choices with just Motive and SPI, talking about too many bowling balls. So we will get into that as well. Red Vacuous, what's up? Mike Mitchell, congrats on the 300. Yeah, thanks, man. It was just in practice. Like, it wasn't league or anything, but it was kind of cool because, like, because I think I started with front 5 in my first game with it. I didn't first shot with it struck, so I started with 5 strikes. I was like, ooh, this could have a chance. And then I big 4, and I was sad. And I didn't have a spare. I don't shoot my spares in the ball reviews or anything, so I just reset the lane and then rattled off the next, I think it was 20. I think it was 20 straight that I threw. It was wild. It was awesome. James D, the new alert ball looks a lot like a Venom Shock. Yeah, they did. They didn't copy the Venom Shock, but it is same core numbers, same very similar cover numbers to the Venom Shock. So it's very, very close. It's also almost identical to the old Rattler from Radical. It looks like a better Rattler, though. It's a weaker cover and a little rounder and just better. That Rattler was iffy. Bowling with Brooks, I got the new Equinox Solid in the bag. Such a good ball. It is. It looks really good. I'm really excited to see that Equinox Solid being thrown more. A lot of people are liking it. It's exactly what it is advertised to be, which is good. It looks like a lot of people are liking it pinned down as well with weaker pins, which is crazy. Scott, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate it. Thornley, have you used Equinox Solid? No, I have not. I promise you right now, the Equinox Solid is ball of the year. I don't know about that one. We'll have to see. My idea with ball of the year, if you ever hear somebody say, this is ball of the year, they are probably doing a sponsored advertisement for the bowling ball because we only know if a ball is ball of the year after a couple of months. You can't say a ball's ball of the year before release or even within a month of release. I just don't think that's fair. It's like it's like when you see movie reviews say this is going to be movie of the year and it hasn't even released yet, or it's like in theaters in a month. It's like, nah, that's not how this works, man. So no, we'll see. We'll see in a month. We'll see in a month if it's good or not. Noel, thoughts on the Ethos from Brunswick? Depends which one you're talking about. Ethos Solid is super big and slow. Ethos Hybrid was a pretty good bowling ball for house, just got discontinued. And I think there was a Pearl one as well, but that one's been gone for a while. Smalls, what about the Purple Hammer? Did they ban it? No. The Purple Hammer is only banned on very select USB-C competitions. Virtually no competitions that most of us here bowl. Junior Gold is where it's banned, and USB-C Open Championships are the two tournaments that we all bowl that it is banned in, but otherwise it is not banned anywhere else. It's still A-okay. There was a lot of urethane talk at the Brunswick seminar today, and whew, there was some salt. There was, whew, that got intense. There was a, I'm sorry, these guys had no idea who I was. They don't watch my channel. But, hey, Brent, thanks for the like. There was a point where they asked, who here thinks USB-C is right with their urethane bans? And it was a very pointed question. You look around the room, nobody's raising their hand. They're like, we've only had 3 people raise their hand yet. I'm like, what happened to those 3 people? Are they okay after? What happened? It was interesting. It was funny. So I did not raise my hand, just solely to protect my own life. Dylan, I need a weaker ball than my physics blackout. Do you think the IQ Tour is good? Absolutely. Blackout Tour or IQ Tour is awesome. Jerry, what's your next big event? What do I have? I have just a tournament up in Owatonna this weekend. I'm supposed to have 2. I think I'll have to back out of one of them just to get some channel stuff done. It is a March Madness tournament, but in the fall. Otherwise, I don't know. I've been terrible with keeping track of my schedule the last couple of weeks. It's been a whirlwind of stuff, and we'll find out in a couple of weeks why it's been a whirlwind. I'll explain that. It's unfortunately some confidential stuff that's going to be really fun in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. We'll be the first on the channel to talk about this really cool thing in the bowling world, but I love teasing. But no, otherwise I don't really know what's next. I'll probably have to look into it sometime like early next week to see like what tournaments are coming up that I can sign up for. Cause I gotta get my hands on a couple. I'm bowling kind of well lately. I bowled this last weekend. I qualified second. I was like 130 over on a 5-to-1 pattern for 6 games. And then got absolutely crushed because it was a single elimination bracket after that. And I went against a phenomenal bowler. But either way, I shot 170. I averaged, yeah, 220. I didn't shoot under 2-0. I didn't miss a makeable in all qualifying. I get to the bracket and I just got trounced. He had unreal ball reaction and I had ungood ball reaction. Realized my mistakes after. That guy G, throwing hammer effect now would be the maximum effect worth it. Yeah, it'll be a step up. It'll be just smoother and bigger. So if you want that, absolutely. Wade, how does the Equinox Solid compare to the Pi? It's a little quicker. It's a little earlier, a little quicker than the Pi is what I'm seeing. The Pi was a little weak and smooth. So that's kind of like the best spot that I'm seeing it right now. Dylan Chase over on Twitch. I need a weaker ball than my, oh, we hit that one. Perfect. Thad House, what's up? Way too many. Hey, you threw your first 300 yesterday, though. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Love to hear that. What'd you throw? Let me know. Bowling 134895. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Let's catch up. Display. By the way, even though the Ultra Strawberry Dreams Monster was discontinued, I have a store like 5 minutes from me that had 2 for $5. Ooh, I bought a 12-pack too. I also have a lot of them behind me, and I'm excited for that. BLT Burgers just got my hand on the Equinox Solid. Love that. Love that. Donnie Donovan, what storm ball has the same motion as the special effect? It's a really good question. I think the Attention Star S2 is a little bit close to it. I think that's probably going to be the closest you get. Now, they're not perfect one-to-one comparisons, but I think it's going to be the closest you get. Storm doesn't really have that stronger, shiny, solid, rounder ball motion. That's where the S2 is really the only thing that gets close. It's not perfect, but it's the closest you're going to get. Bobby D, Evil Eye will become the new direct hit of the channel. No, I don't think that ball is going to be bad. I just don't think it's going to be the greatest ball ever created. That's the crazy thing with the video yesterday. I didn't say the ball's gonna suck. I said it's a middle of Oh, I got a comment. Oh man, yeah, I gotta update that. But no, I didn't say it was gonna be the worst ball ever. It won't be. It'll be good, but it's just very expensive for a ball where the numbers are in that medium smooth category. Now it's stronger than that. It's probably in the strong smooth category. It's still insanely expensive, insanely pricey. Bowling with Brooks, Rockstar looks pretty nice. No, the ball motion for the Rockstar Amped looks really good. Like, I've been in love with my Rockstar Solid lately. Like I said, I bowled a tournament this last weekend, 5-1 pattern. I went Effect Tour into the Rockstar, and with the Rockstar, no, yeah, with the Effect Tour, I went front six and then spare strike basically the entire way for 245. I switched over to the Rockstar going on to the next pair because the Effect Tour was just leaving too many corners, and I went front eight immediately. So the Rockstar, I'm in love with the Rockstar Solid right now. So I had high hopes for the Amped going in, and then yeah, it's an awesome ball motion. Really cool ball motion with that thing. I'm really excited for that. Hey, Mike, congrats on the 300. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Visions, Pure Envy or 3D Offset Assault for a ball up from the tour. They're very close. I like the 3D Offset a little better, but they are very similar bowling balls. Display, I saw a couple of videos on the Amped. I really didn't like what I was seeing. It looked like it was dying out halfway down the lane and looked like a ticking time bomb for leaving 10 pins. So that's where, like, that's the hard thing with these stupid ball reviews. I'm gonna say stupid. I am, because I'm putting out my Rockstar Amped ball review tomorrow. It'll be about 11 o'clock Central Time. That's gonna be out on YouTube and everywhere else. Because I'm putting that out, because I'm going through the editing process of it, it's so funny to watch some of these guys throwing their ball and how different the ball looks in different areas. And that's with every ball you throw. Like, that's a hard thing with the ball reviews. You're getting the personal opinion of the person throwing the ball. Now, while I think the Rockstar Amped is really good, and I try not to hype it up too much in my review, that's not what I try to do around here, is just say this is the best thing ever. But I thought it was really good, where others are just like, meh, it's okay. Where I don't think you can get much out of a ball review when somebody just says, I like this ball a lot. Like, you shouldn't put much behind me saying I really like this bowling ball, because it rolls well for me on that house shot on those lanes. For you guys, it might not. So that's the tough thing. It's really, do you like the ball motion and what are they throwing on? Tomorrow, I'm going to be posting the actual lane graph of the lanes that we were bowling on, where unfortunately no one else does that. I'd love to see that a little more from others. Luke Rosdahl does. He does great with that. But the rest, you just don't know what it is. Garrett, Ron Hicklin said the Brunswick Alert reminds him of the NV Tour. It's basically like 2 steps down, 1.5 to 2 steps down from the NV Tour. The NV Tour is eons stronger. It is not a remotely close comparison in terms of strength. The Alert is definitely weaker, but it is very similar ball motion. It's very smooth down lane. So he's correct on that. Just strength-wise, it's not even close. Duncan, what kind of Pokemon stream you're doing? We are streaming Pokemon Legends ZA, which releases tomorrow, / already released in like New Zealand and Japan and all those places. But we will be trying out the brand new Pokemon game for a lot of time tomorrow. 6-hour live stream, our longest live stream in a long time. DJ Settle, heading into League, was wondering if you have emailed our Arsenals in the past. When do we need to re-enter them? No, you do not need to re-enter them. And apologies for being slow on the Arsenals. Like I said, there's been a billion things going on right now with the channel, so I'm trying to just keep my head above water for all that. But I will try to have an Arsenal review sometime in the next 1 to 2 weeks is my hope for the next one. Bowling 134895. I'm thinking about buying the Jackal Onyx. What are your thoughts? I like my Jackal Onyx. It's one of the strongest balls on the market. A little sharper down lane than you'd expect from a ball that strong. But if you bowl on a lot of oil, it's a great choice. If you don't bowl on much oil, do not get it. Not worth it. James, how often do you freshen up the surfaces on your equipment? Kind of depends. On my shiny stuff, I don't very often. Probably after 20-ish games. On the dull stuff, if I want to keep it dull, it's usually every like 8 to 10 games. I just hit it with a pad. Bowling with Brooks, I have both Equinox Pearl and Solid, so I guess I'll be waiting for that hybrid. Oh, there'll be a hybrid. I guarantee it. Rez on the left, I'm on staff with Hallmark. Hey, congratulations, man. That's awesome. Hallmark seems like a cool company, so love to hear that for you. Craig, to get any kind of decent score, I better throw my direct hit. It gives me the most controllable and predictable motion, but it was kind of made for me because I'm old and slow revs. And that's exactly it. That's where that direct hit fits, is if you're someone who wants to play straight / has to play straight, slower ball speed where your revs outmatch your speed, that's where the direct hit's good. You just can't get left with that ball. And it's very, very niche. It has to be on a house shot, on those specific lanes, and you have to be wiping off the ball after every shot because it doesn't absorb oil quickly. It absorbs it just very minimally, very minimally. Mike Mitchell, I'm going to add a benchmark Brethren to my Hyperdrive Solid and Lightning Blackout. You're torn between Hammerhead, Sub-Zero Forge, and Rockstar. Don't go the Sub-Zero. It's way too strong. That'll be too close to the RST. So I would go one or the other. I would go Hammerhead or Rockstar. They're very, very close together. It's kind of potato. Donnie Donovan, thoughts on the Phase AI? Not a fan, unfortunately. I did not like my Phase AI. It had a very tiny hook window. Kodo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. It has a very tiny hook window where when it hooks, like when it sees friction, it immediately wants to go sideways. And that was very unusable for the situations that I was in and my ball roll. For others, it works fairly well if you're right up the back of it. And it is very strong in those senses, but if you're a little bit a higher axis rotation, you're not going to like it. That's kind of been the consensus. That's why it was just discontinued, actually. So make sure to check out that video from Sunday, but that ball is gonski. I'm not upset by it. Night Core, Phase 2 or Rockstar, Rev Dominant 2-hander. They're so close together, it's potato, really. They're very similar. Craig, what do you find out in the seminar? Why are there so many available drilling layouts for the Evil Eye? So, for a quick little idea on the Evil Eye, one, it is a symmetrical bowling ball. It is not asymmetrical. It is a symmetrical ball, but the way the core was created, if you put different layouts on it, the post-drilling numbers can be crazy. You can make that ball as strong as a max bias if you drill it one way. If you drill it another way, you can make it as weak as like maybe a hammerhead is about the weakest it'll get. So that was just something that Mo really liked to do back in the day, like the Zigzag series right now, or the Cash series. He had a ton of lines where the core was very manipulatable based on where you put the holes, and it could do very different things. So it would mean your layout mattered more, is really what Mo always pushed for, is making cores where the layout matters, where other companies don't really do that. So this Evil Eye is just going back into that realm where the layout really does matter. So my advice is, if you get an Evil Eye, make sure you know your PAP and make sure your pro shop puts on the layout that you want. Radical actually gives you a chart of 6 different layouts that give you different ball motions. Pick the one you want, because layout really matters for those. Now, layout doesn't matter a crazy amount for most other bowling balls on the market. It isn't going to do an insane difference. That Evil Eye, it's actually going to be pretty big. It's actually going to be a pretty big deal. So make sure to keep track of that. Garrett, why would you buy a symmetrical ball and want to turn it into an ASIM? That's the part I have problems with. That's why I'm not excited about this ball, because Brunswick has currently 67 bowling balls that are available to purchase right now that are not plastic or entry level. 67 bowling balls. They just added these 6 more. They're up to 67. They'll probably be up to 70 by November. Why would you not just buy a Guru Oracle instead of an Evil Eye? The Guru, or you can make an Evil Eye look just like a Guru Oracle with a certain layout, but why not just buy a Guru Oracle? That's the part that I have an issue with. That's why a strong symmetrical ball that can be turned into an ASIM, you should just buy an ASIM, because it's cool that the ball can be changed a lot, but it's not as relevant as I think some of those guys are thinking, is the way I'm looking at it. And JR had the perfect point. That's why these guys are the smartest. They all become somewhat asymmetrical after drilling. That is the biggest piece of all of this that we are not really talking about, is almost all bowling balls are asymmetrical when you put fingers and a thumb in them. When you put fingers and a thumb in them, the ball is slightly asymmetrical in some way if it's symmetrical. That's just how the post-drilling numbers work. Unfortunately, no other company goes into that post-drilling numbers very deeply. Radical just focuses on it. So there's a chance that something like a Rockstar from Rotogrip becomes a strong asymmetrical ball with a certain layout. It's potentially possible. We just don't know. We don't have those scientific numbers. Radical is just putting a lot of money on the evil eye, saying that it can be so manipulated and become super strong or super weak, depending on what you want. It's cool, but in practice, it doesn't matter much. As a guy who works in a pro shop and drills bowling balls, I don't see the benefit if somebody says, well, should I get this evil eye or this stealth mode? Say, well, the stealth mode is $60 cheaper. Is it really worth it to get something else? I'm not really sure. That's the part I'm having a big problem with, and that's the reason I got flamed so hard in my comments section. Oh man, there was someone called Sandy who absolutely trashed me over and over, and actually got some upvotes on it. I was surprised. But I want it to be good. I do. I want Radical to do well. I want to put that out in the public. You can clip this, send it to whoever. I want Radical to be a successful company. I just don't know if this evil eye is like the greatest thing ever or this ball of the year that it's being hyped up to be. Seeing it go down the lane, it looks just like a stealth mode. Get a stealth mode. Jake, Evil Eye is a really good ball in general, not price relative. Sources vary, the hype, and yeah, well, the two people you're talking about do sponsored advertisements. So I'm going to say sponsored advertisements a lot in this video because I want to quick mention something going on in the bowling world. That was a cool clip I saw. Now, it is from Sweep the Rack podcast, who I don't agree with those guys on a lot of things. I think I have a lot of differences with the Sweep the Rack guys. I've never actually talked to them, but with a lot of their opinions, I very much am anti a lot of their opinions. But I think one of the really good points they made is that a lot of ball reviews are sponsored advertisements right now, and they are actually tricking customers. So I know one of those people you mentioned said that the ball is ball of the year. That is a full-on trick. It's trying to trick you into buying the ball. It is a sponsored advertisement is what it is. So be aware of that when you're watching a ball review, unfortunately. G. Brian, I want Radical to do well. I like some of their pieces, but 190 for that ball is a little too much. Absolutely, 100%. And that's kind of the issue. Like, stealth mode is so much cheaper. There's so many other options. If Motive did this, I think it's a different story because they only have 17 bowling balls on the market right now. I think it's very different if Motive does. If they come out with if they're Lethal Venom, they said, if you drill it one way, you can make it right next to a Sub-Zero Forge. If you drill it another way, you can make it right next to a Venom Shock. I think people would like that better because that is a massive gap. The Evil Eye is like, well, there's so many balls that kind of fit on both sides, so does it matter? And that's the tough piece. That's the really tough piece of all this. Well, that was the rabbit hole of rabbit holes to jump down. I got to read through some of the comments to see if I miss anything talking about that. Wayne, some people just like solid black bowling balls. Absolutely. People think solid all black bowling balls roll better. They don't. It's not, no. But a lot of really good bowling balls are dark colors. So Jake, Radical will make the ball of the year and the worst ball of the year and only market the bad one. Oh, the marketing is a whole different story. They showed us some of the marketing that was going on. I was like, man, we are not living in 2025 for marketing. We gotta get ball companies to talk to new to marketing areas. Scott's Tots. Brunswick really needs to figure out how to make the brands comparable. I'd rather Deviate release Ball A that is a direct competitor with Ball B from Hammer, especially if the balls look different. That is one of the tough pieces. That is one of the hardest pieces right now with the Brunswick brands. Now, I do have a really cool note for you guys. Something that I learned today, this is breaking news, is Brunswick does have a ball comparison guide with all of their current release bowling balls. They do have that, and it is going to be out sometime early 2026. They're going to actually post that to the public. They showed us a little bit of a prototype. Unfortunately, I didn't get a picture of it because I felt weird getting a picture of it, and I didn't know if we were allowed to get pictures or not. So if JR Pro Shop, you guys can grab one. I'm guessing it's Barks who's watching right now. If you can grab a picture of that thing, I will love you forever. But they are going to have a ball guide for all of their bowling balls. Unfortunately, they wanted to give it just to pro shops. I will be your hookup for that. Don't worry about that. I will get that to you guys in the public. Don't worry. I will get that. Reese shot 835 in my youth league with the Fatal Venom. Ooh, congratulations. Brent, I don't know if you're still watching, but somebody's got you beat on the Fatal Venom. One of the guys I bowled a tournament with, a good friend, is liked the stream on Facebook, and he's a celebrity because of the Fatal Venom. He threw 300 with it at Nationals. Dylan Chase, I need a we hit that one. BLT, Ion Pro Solid is ball of the year. That's what I'm leaning for right now is Ion Pro Solid or Evoke Hysteria are the top two. RJ, you're cutting into Brunswick Profit. Nick and Phil gonna get you next week. Bro, they've talked so much smack about me already. That's fine. Let them. ADHD, what's going on, man? Cheers. Gabriel, what's up? Wayne. No, there was very few Brunswick guys at the seminar. Display, those 3 people who raised their hand were forced to throw the direct hit. Oh, bad. Lance, what's up, man? Sorry, I'm way behind right now. I'm like 15 minutes behind because I went on my rant. But let me know if you guys want to know more about those things. Wayne, you'll need 5 computer monitors to see the ball chart. Oh, that's fairly accurate. The bowling balls on it were very tiny. Alec Lang, if you don't use the weak smooth or weak sharp slot, would you suggest having one? No. If you don't use it, don't have it. If you don't think you'll ever need a super weak ball, don't buy it. I don't use weak and sharp bowling balls very much. I usually have one at most in my house, not even bringing to tournaments. I barely bring a weak and sharp ball to tournaments. It just doesn't look good on a lot of the stuff we bowl on in Minnesota. For my ball roll. For other ball rolls, it's a whole different story. Fin Fit, I just started bowling again after 25 years away. Thanks for helping me understand all ball technology. Absolutely, man. Do you have a good resource for dealing with lane breakdown? Unfortunately not. Lane breakdown is really tough. Lane breakdown is one of the hardest pieces of all of this because it's invisible. But usually what you do is you're going to start with that smoother bowling ball, and then you'll switch over to a sharp bowling ball after because the spot you're throwing has too much friction. Michael Parkham, what's a good replacement for the radioactive vibe? Kept at 2K. Probably an Arctic, probably a weaker drilled Arctic if you take the polish off. Display, you got to update the straight. Yeah. Andrew Lindsay, Wild Bill changed over half my arsenal of Jopo thumbs today. I'm excited my thumb won't be getting held up anymore. Love to see that. Talking about Mr. Matafee. Love that dude. Was hoping to see him today. 8 illy, not funny. What is the best pearl ball for less than $230? If you're talking about after drilling, I just saw Jared's comment from a while ago. Sorry. After drilling for $230, pearl ball. I mean, Rockstar Amped with a new one for price point. Like most shops will charge $70 for drilling, $80 for drilling. That one's at $165. You're probably going to have to go with something like a GB5 Pearl. I think GB5 Pearl is one of the best, and that ball's retailing very cheap right now. Traveling Irishman. I have the Outer Limits ball and the Max Effect. Any other balls that are stronger? Those are the 2 strongest balls that you can buy from those guys right now, so you can't really get much stronger. I'd recommend using Surface. Try sanding your equipment more. Sean K managed to get an Identity BCP. Love that. That ball's good. It is a good ball. It's just unfortunate how it went down. JR, the Rockstar Amped just sounds like 2 energy drinks put together. It is. I love it. That's probably why I do so well with it. I'm addicted to caffeine. So an energy drink ball, I'm in. Bobby D, I'll end up getting it. Love it. AM Baker, I want to get a Pearl. Should I get a Voke Hysteria, Black Widow Mania, or Rockstar Amped? I think one of the first 2 is going to be a great option for you. Rockstar Amp, we just don't know enough about yet, but I would go Evoke Hysteria. That thing's goated right now. ZVL is the GOAT, the greatest username on here. I don't know if you answered my question before or not, but I didn't hear it, so I'll repeat it. Does a High Road 40 play well sanded? Yes, actually it does. It would be very weak yet, but it is very smooth if you sand it. So it can work for that, absolutely. Kai, YouTube died? What? No, it didn't. I'm still live. Everything's still working. Sorry about that, Kai. It might be your side. Uh-oh. Did it? No. I think we're good. Maybe not. I don't know. Let me know. YouTube, are we still up? Hopefully. YouTube? YouTube. I'm seeing that we're live. Ruh-roh. Scott's Tots is still okay. People are still commenting. So let me check on my phone quick. Uh-oh. Why would it be broken? I'm not seeing any reason that it would break. Please. It's not looking good on my end right now, so that's really not great. Something went wrong. Oh man, it did. Wait, maybe not. It's working here. Okay, we good. All right, sweet, perfect. Whew, thank God. All right. Good little heart attack. Good little heart attack. RJ, to have a blend reaction, is it more layout or surface? Surface. Definitely surface. Can a shiny ball be blendy without surface change? Yes, if it's super strong like an Origin. That's about the main reason. Jesse Hitchcock, I just got an EJ Jackal. Love to hear that. Sweet T, when checking USB-C approved ball list, do you know what is overseas? No, we unfortunately don't know what's overseas and what's not. It's one of the toughest things with the USB-C approved ball list. Okay, everyone's saying we're good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate all of you getting back quickly on the checking if YouTube was good or not. Appreciate that. Ralphie, what's a ball that can replace my 2007 Resurgence? Oh, everything. That ball's not going to hook much just because the cover type of it is so weak. 246042 1000 grit pearl. I mean, you might like a Vaporize, like a dull Vaporize or an Energize or even the Hypnotize. You might like pretty well. YouTube still up for me. Awesome, Como. Love it. Jimmy, what is the best dry to medium ball with big hook? The Dark Side hooks a bunch. Dark Side or Crown Vic is going to be the most hook that you're going to get at that price point or at that level. Big B, I was surprised to see the Attention Star discontinued, but I guess if it's not selling, it's time to go. Absolutely. So there's really two reasons that the Attention Star could have gotten discontinued. One of them is they have stuff that have replaced it, and sales just plummeted because of that, which makes sense for the Attention Star. We just had the Hyperdrive Pearl and the Gremlin and the Rockstar Amped all released in a very short time frame. So that kind of makes sense why that would happen. Kind of fits. Now, to see... the other reason is that it just wasn't selling well in general, which is also a possibility. The ball just wasn't selling anymore, which is kind of surprising if that's the case. I don't think it would be. Sorry, I'm now like paranoid about the YouTube situation, but I think we're good. Not Choppa from Twitch. How's it going? What's up? I messaged you on Instagram. I got a Tropical Surge, Jackal Ghost, Gremlin, and you ordered a white dot. Awesome. Love to hear that. Balanced two-handed lefty. You're going to like a solid bowling ball, some kind of smoother ball like a Cove, like a Venom Shock, something like that would be good. Gabriel, I tried Red Bull. It's disgusting. Oh, Red Bull's terrible. Agreed. BLT, when is ZVL coming to Texas for a tournament? Let me know when a tournament is going on in Texas, and I will try to be there. I want to make it to more tournaments around the country, like try to travel to one. So let me know when a good one's coming up, and I will try to be there. I will try. Shooter Jake, how do we like the Shadow Tank? Is the Shadow Tank ball of the year? God, no, not even close. It's fine. It is the best replacement for the Tank Rampage Pearl that we have. It is a ball that exists. It's nothing crazy, nothing terrible. Why is my side of YouTube breaking so much? What is going on? What is happening? We good, YouTube? Like, my YouTube side is just shattered right now. That's so crazy. Huh, whatever. All right. It is just not working in the slightest. Let me go back, maybe. No, it's still not working. Weird. People are still here, so it must be good. God. Oh, the loveliness of live streaming. It's great. What was I oh, Shadow Tank. Yeah, it's fine. It's mid. It's not great. It's not a ball that you need. If you're on a house shot, don't buy it. That's as simple as I can put it. Don't buy it if you're on a house shot. So that's all that matters. Charlie Walker, what's going on? Jeff, what is the ball of the year? Two options right now. Ion Pro Solid and the Evoke Hysteria, I think are the top two. Brunswick, I would argue that the Combat should be somewhere on that list. That ball's really good right now. Highly overrated. Or highly underrated. There we go. But otherwise, I think another one on there, Black Widow Mania, is still phenomenal too. Ralphie, Zach is drinking a brown energy drink and ragging Red Bull. Yeah, I'm drinking a root beer energy drink. Thank you very much. Lost and found energy because my G Fuel hasn't come in, just in case anyone from G Fuel's watching. Now, you can use a code. I do have a code up here, ZVL Bowling for 20% off at G Fuel. Love that place. I just haven't gotten my energy drinks yet, which is very sad. All right. People who'd rather. Okay, yeah, we're still good. Why is my YouTube being weird? Play? No? Okay, whatever. Let's see. Display. I'm mainly basing my Rockstar opinions on the videos and my friends' experiences. They all sign it to a point being negative. That's totally fair. Then I'd recommend avoiding it. Absolutely. All right, a lot of people over on Twitch. Existence. I've been throwing 13 and want to move up to 14. I'm looking at getting 2 to start my 14-pound arsenal. GV5 Pearl and then the Widow V1 or Alert. I would go alert because it's more different. The GB5 Pearl and the Black Widow Tour V1 are going to be a little too close, I think, for you if you only have 2 balls. So I'd go alert. Illy, not funny we hit. Not Choppa. Yep. Godo, I seem to have issues with squeezing and grabbing the ball and don't hook it a ton. Would it be worth trying to switch from 1 to 2-handed? One of the problems with that, oh, I see a Mike Upton sighting in the comments now. Oh boy. One of the problems with that is your fit might not be correct. So I'd recommend checking that your hand is actually fitting in the ball. Your thumb might be too big. Your thumb hole might be a little too big, and that'll cause you to have to squeeze it and cause issues. We have Mike Upton, one of the greatest amateur bowlers in the Midwest, saying, could you tell me more about the Hammer Arson low flare and the Scorpion low flare? I've heard some good things about that duo. So for anyone who doesn't know, the famous Mike Upton, his 2 favorite bowling balls are the Hammer Arson low flare. Many of you won't know that ball because I didn't until I met him. It was a low differential strong cover hammer ball from probably 8-10 years ago, maybe. And then now we have the Scorpion low flare. So he is a guy who loves low differential, and he whacks people with his low differential bowling balls over and over and over again. I have been a casualty to that. So low differential bowling balls are awesome. Find yours today. I wish the Scorpion low flare was still available. Sad that it's gone. I still have another one behind me, luckily. G. Bryant, what's up? What are you throwing right now? What's your number 1 go-to ball of all time? Really, my 2 biggest bowling balls I use, Effect Tour, or 3, really. Effect Tour, Origin, and Rockstar. Just solid Rockstar. If I had to go to a random tournament, you didn't tell me the pattern, those 3 bowling balls would probably be all I throw. My joke with myself now is those are the only 3 bowling balls I throw. That's just how it is. I don't know why, but that's just how it is for me. Jake, if you use the dark side, I think you can beat Mr. Low Flare next time. No, I used the dark side in my match play match where I got trounced. I tried the dark side and it sucked. I also sucked, but it also sucked. I'm a bowler. I blame the ball. I don't blame myself. Come on. Scrimblio, best category of ball for countering open play carry down. Stronger. Strong smooth is usually a better play. Strong smooth or strong sharp. Garrett, why would you buy a symmetrical? Yeah, we hit that one earlier. Mike Mitchell isn't saying there are too many bowling balls, like saying I've had too much dessert. That's fair. Bobby D, and with that statement, you have talked me out of buying one since I have an Oracle. Yeah, no, don't get it if you have an Oracle. G. Bryant, like the Torpedo Direct Hit, I think this Evil Eye is a gimmick bowling ball. Outthinking the room. Honestly, I think we have a little bit of time to go before. I think a certain audience is going to like that the Evil Eye can be manipulated. There's a lot of guys who love like crazy core designs, but overall layouts are not the most important thing in the world for most bowling balls. So it's not that big of a deal is where I see it. Man, my side of YouTube is just broken. That's so disappointing. Scott's Tots, hello, Minnesota root beer. Sounds like another guy. Root beer. There you go. JZ XL Phase 2 IQ AI looking to replace a Phase AI and something weaker than an IQ AI. Typhoon. Typhoon for weaker than the IQ AI, replacing the Phase AI, Phase AI. I'd go Rockstar Amped. I see it as a better version of the Phase AI is what I've noticed in my very small play testing. Hey, Fred Flintstone's here. I love your TV show, man. Phase 2 versus the Venom Shock. What's the difference? People say to get one or the other. Looking at the specs, they're different. Oh, yeah. The Venom Shock is weaker. Yeah, it's weaker. It's smooth. It's a little smoother, I think, but it's also a bit weaker. So that's where those two fit. Let's see. Check over here. Mikey B, is the maximum effect, supersonic, and parallax effect a good arsenal? Wow, there's some oldies in there. It's a very smooth arsenal, but it's good. I think I'd recommend a pearl ball somewhere in there. Might help a lot. Madden, what's a sharp ball for a one-hand, no-thumb, rev dominant bowler? You have an Ion Pro. You might like an Ember. That'll be sharp. Definitely be an angular ball. Francisco, no. What's the sharpest, most angular ball in the market? Hater Pearl. Hater Pearl is number one for that. Mr. Phil, can you tell me the difference between these two layouts? What is the difference on how the ball will roll? We have 60 by 5 by 30 versus 45 by 3.5 by 45. All right, 60 by 5 by 30. We'll break this down for anybody who doesn't know dual angle. We'll go through a quick little like crash course of it. First layout, 60, 5, Gabriel, YouTube is being stupid right now. Oh no. Is it actually being bad? See, that's what's scaring me. Connect your encoder. I have my encoder on there. Is it not good? Michael Upton with 99 stars. Thank you. You're the first person to ever give stars on Facebook. I don't even know what that means, but thank you. I'm guessing it's 99 cents. You're giving $99, man. I have a lot to give you. Is this not working? What the heck? We've been so successful with YouTube not breaking on us. But yeah, my side is just not functioning. I wonder if YouTube maybe is busting right now. But anyways, let's go into that dual angle layout. 60, first number. The first number can be between 10 and 90. 60 is going to be a little on the later side. Between 10 and 90, that's how early the ball will hook. The closer the first angle is to 10, earlier the ball hooks. Closer it is to 90, the later the ball hooks. 60, cause it to hook later. 5-inch pin causes it to... Mark, yes, YouTube is not loading. I bailed to Facebook. Man, that stinks. Still have you loud and clear on my YouTube via Roku. Awesome. Well, apologies, guys. It looks like YouTube's being a little janky. If you can still hear me on YouTube, I'd recommend checking something else. YouTube is down. Okay, good to know. So first number 60. Second number is the pin distance. So the closer you are to that 3 5/8 pin distance, the more flare you're going to have. 5-inch pin, it's going to be a weaker flare number. Then the final number, 30 degrees. That's how quick the bowling ball is. Between 10 and 90 degrees, the closer you are to 10, the quicker it is. The closer you are to 90, the slower it is. So for you, Mr. Phil, that first bowling ball is going to be a lot quicker down lane. The second bowling ball is going to be a lot smoother and slower, but also earlier. All right, let me catch up a little bit. I'm maybe skipping a little bit. Sean K, what makes the deciding factor staying left and opening up angle or keeping right and going straight, depending on how much oil there is, and what the breakdown looks like. Usually the move is to open your angles more when they're breaking down more. Usually because you're breaking down all that oil on the outside, then if you move right, you're going to have even less oil, and that's an issue. Gabriel, you keep saying something went wrong. Yeah, I'm guessing YouTube is being bad right now. Fred Flintstone, Evil Eye looks like it's marketed to an 8-year-old. Oh, poor little Evil Eye. Aiden Parker, I managed to trade a Pokemon card for a Hyperdrive Pearl. Huh. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Scott, I think they alluded to that on last week's Radical podcast. Yeah, that fits. I will. Thank you, JR. You guys are the best. Andy Reid, they've got so many bowling balls. It's taking them until next year to release a comparison. Yes, unfortunately. I know. I wish we could have that soon. I think we should. RJ, you're cutting into Brunswick Profit. Wayne, you'll need 5 computer monitors. Mr. Phil, how does the Evoke Hysteria compare to the Attention Star and Jackal EJ? Stronger than the Attention Star, weaker than the Jackal EJ. Yellow Mutt, looking at Ion Pro Solid, down and in, mostly around 16 miles an hour. I think that's a good option. The Ion Pro Solid is probably the best house shot ball on the market right now, one of the best at least. So I think it's going to be a good option for playing a little straighter. GVG, I'm a 203 average in house leagues, but I still bowl on house shoes. I would recommend getting out of those house shoes. House shoes, really, they're not good. You're not going to slide much, so you're going to have problems with your legs. Your legs will be a little more sore. The biggest issue with it, though, is that they're gross, simply put. House shoes are disgusting, very nasty. I don't recommend using them. David O'Kane, do you believe there are balls better for lefties? Yes, NV Tour, IQ Tour, a lot of bowling balls are better for a lefty because they're smoother and slower. Mike Mitchell, with what Radical is doing with the Evil Eye compared to other B7 companies, it's almost like those 7 companies don't discuss what they're releasing. So it's funny because they are all designed and released by the same guys. For everybody watching, always remember the 7 brands of Brunswick are all just one company. They just put different logos on the bowling balls. Some people sometimes work for one or the other, but mainly it is all just one company. Storm Rotogrip 900 Global, they're all one company as well. So all those bowling balls are made in the same place. So no problems there. Remember that while you're going to buy a ball. So the Track Theorem is made by the same people who make the Radical Evil Eye. They only have 2 core designers, I believe, at Brunswick right now. So they all make everything, basically. Like this Evil Eye, for example, this was made by one of those two guys. This wasn't a Radical specific core designer. Mo used to only do Radical bowling balls when he was around, but they went away from that and just went to the general Brunswick core designers a little bit later, who are incredible, by the way. Those guys are great. Those guys are fantastic. Brian Buckosh is actually one of them who you can interact with on YouTube because he likes to comment on a lot of my posts, and then he also does have his own YouTube channel. He usually doesn't like what I have to say at times, but hey, that's okay. That's okay. Professor Turtle Guy, when are you going to do another video ranking viewer arsenals? Hopefully sooner rather than later, man. It's been a very long and hectic couple of weeks for me for videos and just channel stuff. You'll see in a couple of weeks why. Unfortunately, I can't talk about it, but coming soon. I think it's gonna revolutionize bowling. What's going to be coming soon. But anyways, I will try to get one out in the next week or two. Chef Sniper. If you had to choose out of the Evoke Hysteria, Rockstar Amped, or Black Widow Mania, Evoke Hysteria. Alex James, the Evil Eye cover kind of looks like the Envy Tour. Oh, it's super strong. Yeah, the Evil Eye comes out of the box at 500 grit. It's advertised at 500 grit and then 1500. The Creating the Difference guys found it at 500 grit. So it is super, super dull. It's crazy. Wayne, I think everyone in the chat wants you to be a guinea pig and get a few Evil Eyes and drill them 3 different ways and make a comparison. Hey, so I'm going to talk about this thing called money quick. The ball is $195. So we're going to multiply that by 3. We get to $385. Grips, slugs, you know, all that fun jazz. We'll say $450. We'll be cheap. $450. So we could, it's an option. It is money that is in my bank account, but I'm going to avoid that one for now. G. Bryant, Mookie Betts owns my local house in Tennessee. That's awesome. What am I to expect bowling strings looking forward to it, actually? You're just going to see more corner pins standing if they're sanctioned strings. Absolutely. I didn't know he owned a bowling center. That's awesome. Seth, did Twitch end? No. Is Twitch gone too? No, Twitch is still up. Eliza, how do I get more revs? I'm speed dominant at 15 miles an hour with the steel forge. Your goal is, instead of your hand being on top of the bowling ball when you're releasing it, you want your hand to be more underneath the bowling ball when you release it. That's one of the easiest ways. Is your thumb needs to be pointing higher up in the air when you release it, not straight into the lane. That's how you have less revs. Don, nice flex having 450 in your bank account. I don't want to brag, but like, I don't have that much that's actually expensive near me, man. Oh, I don't have anything to flex. I mean, who else can say they have a JBL speaker from 2018? I mean, pretty big deal over here. Pretty big deal. Just see the money flying behind me right now, just like a money gun just firing away. Gabbard, what would be a good ball to pair with an IQ Ruby and Exotic Gem? Looking for something solid. Oh, Rockstar. Rockstar Phase 2. Go Rockstar Phase 2, I'd recommend. John blowing his mind over there. Isaac Brenus, what bowling ball does an absolute power compare the closest to? Equinox Solid. Equinox Solid. That is the best bet. All right, we're going to Choppa, we hit Sleepy Ghost Toast. Love that name. I have the Hustle Glow and I love the Color Pop. I love the colors of the Brutal Collision. Is there a ball out there with the exact same colors? Honestly, not really. The Glow is about the only one right now that's that bright. The Brutal has been discontinued for a while. But yeah, there really isn't much with that super poppy bright color right now. Alex James, why does Brunswick Brands hate 16-pound throwers? Almost across the board, the balls are higher RG and lower diff, which is odd because usually it's flipped around. So it's a little surprising. Wayne, you should have a poll on your first ball from the new B7 drop to be discontinued. That will be a long running poll. But yes, I would vote on the Ricochet as well. They're just, I don't know. Yeah, it looks cool. About it. I was told it's mid. That's all I know about it so far. It's like, it's there. Ghost Toast, can we bring back the clear spare balls? Hopefully, that'd be awesome. Traveling Irishman. I was thinking about the Jackal Onyx to replace the outer limits and max. Yeah, that would be a good option. That would work well. Existence. I mean, we hit that one. James D. There are way too many pieces to pick with other brands. There are a lot. Yeah. So that could be, let's scroll a little bit. Let's hit a couple more and then we can talk about bowling ball. There being too many bowling balls on the market. We can definitely get into that in just a second. Scrimblow, Shadow Tank looks like what I wanted the new blue to be. Yes, it is. It's pretty much what that new blue was supposed to be. It is just fake urethane. It's not, it is going to hook as early with enough surface on it, but it's going to be very slow down lane. So it actually seems slower than urethane, which is not really what you want, but it works. It really reminds me of the old cement block, the carbide tank from Motive. That's what it really seems like. BLT, I'll let you know when a good one comes up. Couple in November. Awesome. Chris, would a 900 Global Honey Badger not pair well with the Venom Shock? Since honey badgers are immune to snake venom. That's a good point. Huh. I've never thought about that, actually. You know, you're right. They might not pair well together. Let's see. Stanley Fisher. Should I get AW? I don't know what AW. G. Bryant. Scorpion Low Flare is a great ball. Oh, I love that thing yet. Brooks, you have a Brunswick troller making your behind your YouTube isn't working. I knew there was someone pulling the plugs behind me. Dang it. Joe, I need help drilling stuff. High school season. Two-handed righty, 400 revs, 18 miles and off the hand. Thinking Ion Pro Solid, Rockstar, then Ember. That's a good 3-ball combo for house shots. I like it a lot. Waniac, what's up? Ghost tank, your opinion. There isn't a ghost tank. There's the Primal Ghost and the Shadow. I'm guessing you mean the Shadow Tank. Sorry, I forgot. Shadow Ghost. Yeah. Shadow Tank, it's mid. It's there. It exists. Don't buy it unless you're a PBA regional guy. Buy a Purple Hammer. That's it. If you're a Motive guy, try to find an old Tank Rampage Pearl. That one's better. But it's good. It's fine. It's okay. Nothing crazy. It's not ball of the year, as some people say. I mean, we're at a point where everybody says everything is ball of the year, which is crazy. Aaron, what's going on? How are you just coming in late? I was having some tech problems. How are you this week? I'm doing well, man. Thank you. Michael McSmith just got in. Have you talked about the Intel and the Alert? If not, final thoughts. Intel and Alert look like the two shining gems from the B7 releases. The Intel, we know the Intel is really good. Like, it's been around forever. It's Radical's most popular line, probably ball ever. It is just a remake. So if you like the old Intel, you're going to like this one. It's a weak, sharp bowling ball. It's smoother than a lot of angular bowling balls out there. So it's going to be a smoother version of the dark side is really a good way to see it. Then the Alert is like, it's like a Troublemaker Solid, basically. I've been calling it the solid version of the Crown Victory. People aren't happy about that on YouTube. Apologies, but it is really just a solid Crown Victory, a solid, slower one. It fits in that same strength level is where I see it best. Stanley, should I get a Winnow Mania or Tour V1? I'd go Mania right now, honestly. Muzz, what sharp ball do you recommend for no thumb one-handed bowler? You have an Ion Pro. Black Widow Mania, Storm Identity, can't get an Intention Star anymore. Track Theorem's a smoother, but there's a billion good options for you. Corey, what's going on? Corey, thank you for helping us all improve. Absolutely, Corey, we're here to help. Here to help. YouTube is only acting up for some of us. That's so disappointing. Thanks, YouTube. I don't know if it's still bad or not. Yeah, it's still not great on my side. Weird. Thanks, YouTube. Jake, I looked up Ball of the Year 2025 on Wikipedia. I saw a picture of the dark side. I would love if somebody went to go edit Ball of the Year for bowling. Let's see. What does a ball being slow mean from Corey? Really good question. So a ball being slow is another synonym for a ball being smooth. So if a ball has a smooth ball reaction down lane, we also call that slow. All right, let me keep catching up a little bit just to make sure things are okay. Trash Panda over on Twitch. I'm a Motive thrower for the most part, but my PSO is Storm sponsored. I traded a Pokemon card for an Ion Max Hyperdrive Pearl in Phase 2. Oh, disregard this comment. Don't worry, man. Dave, I just got the Storm Typhoon, and that thing is so smooth, and the back end snap is amazing. Love to hear it. Big B. So just how tight should a thumb hole be? I'm getting a new tighter Jopo insert made tomorrow. I am not a fan of Back After 10 Bowling. Did I see you there? Just went to a Brunswick seminar earlier today. Were you at the one in Minnesota? I was at that one. I don't think a thumb hole needs to be that tight. There's an old video of like Walter Ray holding a bowling ball like this with his thumb. I don't think that's a good idea. That's when your thumb gets stuck in it too long. My biggest problem lately is that my thumb, actually, if I have it a little bit too tight where the thumb still comes out, but it hangs in the ball too long. I actually think a looser thumb hole is a slightly looser thumb hole than what I wanted is better. So don't make it too tight. No, you're in Ohio. Oh, I didn't know there were multiple. Cool. Key, what is your opinion on track bowling? I think track has some great stuff out right now. I don't know about this new criterion inverse. I like the idea of it. I hope it's good, but I don't know much about it. Yeah, snug but not tight. That's a good way to put it, JR. Yeah, and it's a hard one. It's very much feel. It's very hard to say that like, hey, like what, there's no mathematical equation to show is a thumb hole too tight. It's a lot on like guess and test. Test it out, see how your hand's coming out of the ball. If it's not coming out well, I'm going to switch over, try to take out a piece of tape, see how that feels. That's why tape is the most important thing in bowling. I highly recommend everybody have tape with them. And if you don't like it, try to get used to using tape. I know a lot of people who are like, I am anti-tape, and that is one of the worst things because your thumb hole matters so, so much. So I recommend trying to get used to tape. Biggie, looking for a wife's new ball. She has a hammerhead and a Quest. Something weaker and sharper, I think, is a good idea than those. Dark Side, Crown Victory. Any ideas on the latest ones? Intel might not be too bad. I think an Intel could be a good play for her. Back after 10. I got to see Graham Fa. Oh, Graham was... You guys got Graham? Jeez. And the inverse looked pretty good. I drilled the Energize. Yeah, I'm excited for the Energize as well. I think that one's going to be cool. That's probably my favorite one of the bunch, personally, because I like the Vaporize so much. So I hope it's good. I think I'm going to drill one of those out myself probably sometime next week. Jeremy, as long as pitches are right in the thumb, snug is best. Absolutely. Scrimblow, I'm very partial to Storm and Motive because I can actually comprehend what fits where. That is one of the toughest things about the Brunswick brands, and that's partially why I have a job on here, is there's no good way to tell. And I've talked to people about that at Brunswick. Like, hey, we need something. Us customers need something to see. Wait, did he actually? Oh, I'll get that in a minute. Sorry, my ADHD brain is just flying all over the place. But no, I know that's one of my biggest issues. That's why I'm here, is to try to make those ball charts for you guys. So unfortunately, that's one of the toughest pieces, but that's why I'm trying to help you guys do that. Yeah, and there is a new ball graph coming out back after 10, but I don't know if they told you guys, but it's not being posted to the public. I'll take care of that, though. Don't worry about that. Jake, the hype described the alert as being a solid Crown Victory. Ha! I'm going back in my comment section, and I'm commenting back at all of them who said it's not going to be a solid Crown Vic. Let's go. I didn't watch his review at all. That's what I called it in my preview. So either he snagged it from me or that's what he actually saw. I don't think Charles actually watches my stuff, but let's go. I'm commenting back at all those people. I'm getting them all back. I told you so. I had so many people mad at me that like, it's not a solid Crown Victory. The core numbers are way different. I'm like, no, I think it's going to be fairly close, but yeah. Oh, that's funny. I love it. Let's go. Mean Boy, Ron Hicklin posted the Venom Shock and Brunswick Alert are very similar. Yeah, cores are nearly identical. I did have somebody send me that as well. They look the same. The cores look the same. It looks like the Alert is a knockoff of the Venom Shock. I mean, we can't prove anything, of course, and you don't want to, blatantly call somebody out for copying, but like, it is close. It looks just like the Rattler core as well. That's what the Rattler was seen as, is because it was also, a Rattler, a rattlesnake. It's a snake. So this isn't the first time something like this has happened. Jonesy, why does Motive get a bad rep? I don't think they really do. They're just smaller. They're just a smaller company is all. So I don't think they get a bad rep by any means. Spagoot, I just joined your Discord today. I'm new to bowling and your vids were helpful. Thank you, Spagoot. Appreciate that. If you guys do want to talk to other bowlers daily, I have almost 1,000 people in my Discord right now. It's a fun place to just message and talk about anything and everything bowling. And you get a lot more updates from me. I'm in the Discord multiple times a day. I'm actually in the Discord quite a bit. So I'd recommend checking that out if you guys haven't. I have that link down below in everything. Back after 10. It does look like a lot like a Crown Vic shape. Ha! There we go. I know it's a ball review, but the alert looks so good. No, the alert looks like a good ball. Yeah, it looks like a great piece. It's a low diff, low RG ball. There's very few low diff, low RG balls that are bad. It's good. It looks good, which is awesome. It's kind of a winning formula. Paul Kim, if you had to teach someone to bowl in only 3 tips, what would it be? Don't use muscle. Have the right fit. Make sure to have your ball actually fit your hand. Have it done by a pro shop. And don't try to turn the ball. Try to roll through the ball. My best 3 tips. What's your go-to when nothing seems to be striking? Cry. Stand left, throw right. I don't know. There's always, I usually have some kind of play. When I'm not striking, like some kind of idea in my head. There's very few times I'm like, man, I don't know what I can do to strike. Usually I have an idea in my head of what I need to do. So that doesn't happen too often. Andy Reid, I'm sure Radical is chomping at the bit to sponsor you. Aaron, I tested the RST Hyperdrive Pearl, Ion Pro Solid, and High Road 40 this past Sunday. It was fun to test them, but I did not do the best. Hey, that's all good. I'm guessing it was stuff that wasn't fit to your hand, so that's all right. Scott Ogden, love the Black Widow V1. Is the Black Widow Mania ball down? No, Black Widow Mania is a ball up. Should I go straight to a Scorpion Strike? Yeah. I think it's a ball up. Aaron, problem is the lane I was on, not either right condition, plus it was dark and hard to see. I was mostly disappointed with the High Road 40. I want that ball. I'm glad it went long, but it was not that sharp. It depends what you want for sharp. If you want a ball that's long and sharp, the Anger was a good choice. All right, let's catch up over here. Bang should be energy drink of the year. No. Back after 10, get lessons. Lessons is always the most important. Elise, what's up, Elise? How does it feel to be losing Sudoku by 30? Are you kidding me? I'm not good at finishing Sudoku's puzzles quickly, guys. Just FYI. You guys want to beat me at something? You can beat me at a lot of things. Sudoku's going to be one of those things. One of those many, many things. Dad skates bad. What's up? Just jumping in. What did you miss? I think we talked about the Evil Eye quite a bit and how layouts aren't that big of a deal in bowling. I think we talked about a lot of the new balls. We haven't touched on the Energize much. Energize looks cool. We talked about the Evil Eye, talked about the Intel. We talked about the Criterion Inverse, which is not a Criterion, by the way. Nothing remotely close to a Criterion. It just has Criterion on the name. It is not a Criterion. Different core, different cover. What were the other ones in that? What are we missing? There's a couple others. Elise just thought I'd join and give you a Sudoku stats before dipping. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Donovan, I like Sudoku. I do too. I'm just not. We do races in Sudoku, and it's just not going well. New York Times has Sudoku, so we do the easy one, see who can go faster, and I lose every time. Actually, 55 out of 80 times I lose. Mike, Zach, you need a sugar mama to feed your bowling habit. Yeah. Seth White, is there a hustle that likes angle? Not really. No, because they're so weak, that's not the best. Lightning Blackout doesn't like angle either. Machine the Sun, are you bowling on the Bolero blue-red oil situation? I am not, but I've heard a lot about it. It's interesting. They're cheap oils, that's for sure. But they sound tough. They sound really hard. Display, did you see the new Storm Ball on the approved list? They're hopefully redeeming themselves from whatever the AI was trying to be, and that's coming from someone who only throws SPI. I did see some people were posting in Discord that there's a Phase 2 Pearl that is on the approved list, and there's also another one, I think the Viking or something, from Global. So I did see those two that a lot of people in my Discord were talking about. I don't think there's proof that they're coming stateside or not. It seems a little weird, a Phase 2 Pearl. If you look at the picture of it, because it shows the picture on there, it looked like a Phase 2 with polish on it, which was interesting. So if that's true, that's awesome, because yeah, the Phase AI was, the AI cores are just so slow. And when you put those on really strong cores to begin with, it's just not great. And that was the big issue. Wayne, Ricochet is such a weird ball name. You may want to drive through the pins. Well, might as well come out with the track deflection. That's awesome. Noah on Facebook. What's going on, Noah? Which ball should I get? A new Equinox or Dark Side or Guru Oracle? It depends what you have, Noah. If you need a really strong bowling ball, that's where the Equinox or the Guru Oracle fit. If you want something weak that's going to be really angular, go with the Dark Side then. Let's see. Lily. What ball is similar to the new blue? There are unfortunately none right now that are close to the new blue. It is the only ball out that acts like that. So there's nothing else that you're going to get close to that new blue. Robert Clark, what do you recommend for a first ball? Tropical Surge or the Hammer Raw? The top two. Even Stevens. Guru Oracle versus Jackal Onyx versus RST Hyperdrive. I see the Jackal Onyx as the strongest. The Guru Oracle, well, I'd go RST Hyperdrive below that, and then the Guru Oracle before that in terms of strength. The RST Hyperdrive and Guru Oracle are pretty close. I think the Oracle is a little quicker down lane, a little sharper. I did see, do we have a Brady McDonough sighting? We do. A Phase 2 Pearl would be awesome with some eye emotes. Huh. Maybe it isn't overseas. Who knows? Who knows? The world will know probably in a month. Yeah, because what day is it? The Amped comes out next Friday. We'll probably know by early November what the new balls are. Bowling with Mike, what do you think of the Sub-Zero Forge? The Sub-Zero Forge is awesome if you want to play straighter. Or if you have a ton of rev rate. One or the other. The Sub-Zero is just so strong and so slow down lane. Super, super strong. Super, super slow down lane. Let's see, Mike Mitchell. I don't think there are too many balls. I think we need more companies making balls to drive competition and lower prices. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, we will probably not see new or lowered prices of bowling balls anytime soon. Unfortunately. Jeremy Hatcher, late to the show. YouTube was hell loading. I know it's doing the same thing for me, man. I don't know what's going on, if it's YouTube as a whole or if it's on my side. I'm not seeing problems on my side. I'm seeing we're streaming just fine. I'm seeing it's live. The bit rate looks good. No frames missed. So it's got to be something on YouTube's end, which is really unfortunate. Jake, the alert will be a medium smooth. Yeah, the alert is going to be a weaker end of the medium and smooth category, but still medium smooth. Dead Polymer's Hammer New 2.0 was on the approved list, but not announced. Interesting. Jeremy Hatcher, Equinox Solid look good on Bolero Red. Good to hear that. Janet, could I use the IQ AI or Phase 5 or GB5 with my Phase 2 and IQ 2 or Solid? You could use any of those, or you can't use the GB5. I'd go IQ AI, would be my favorite of the bunch, Janet. Okay, YouTube has a system-wide outage right now. Google, what are you doing? You're a multi-billion-dollar company. Come on, man. I'm trying to talk bowling balls here, and Google is out to get me. They're out to specifically get the ZVL bowling channel. It's crazy. I can't believe they would do that. Terrible. It's awful. I said the Evil Eye isn't ball of the year, and a Google rep didn't like that. That's crazy. Man, so sad. I talked bad about the identity one time, and then here we are. Let's see. Brendan Shepard, how do you feel about the Gremlin? I think if you are somebody who likes to play straight, likes to play up first or second arrow, the Gremlin is going to be one of your favorite bowling balls. If you're somebody who likes to hook the lane, I think you will enjoy another bowling ball much better, is where I see the Gremlin. I don't think it's good from deeper. I have not had success with my Gremlin if I'm left of like 15. It just does not like me at all, which is weird. Matt Money, Rockstar Amped compared to the Ruby. The Amped is much stronger and a little quicker, actually. So it's going to be both earlier and quicker than the Ruby. Random. Any recommendations for an in-between ball between the Rattler New and the Kaboom? Yeah, I think a stronger Pearl or a middle-of-the-road Solid would be pretty good. I think one of those two will be your best play. A lot of bowling balls that can fit there, though. Let's see. Level Up Bowling, what's going on? Welcome over on the Twitch side. Traveling Irishman, I have the Mania pin down and the Toxin Overseas pinup. Would it be dumb to buy the Energize? I think you should avoid the Energize, yeah. I think it's a little too close. Level Up Bowling, I got 5 Jopos of varying sizes for throughout the day. There you go. Big B, I'm up 3 pieces of tape in the thumb hole and 3 pieces of tape on my thumb to make my current Jopo tight enough. Yeah, I usually average like 3 to 7 pieces of tape in my thumb at all times. My thumb changes all the time, bro. All the time. JR, the thumb hole should hang on to you without you having to squeeze, but your thumb should go in and out fairly clean. There you go. Exactly. From the GOAT himself. Aaron, this is random, but one of my friends will eventually be getting the Black Widow 3.0. Where will that fit as a strong smooth ball? He has a raw hammer as his only ball. Yeah, this is way stronger than a raw hammer. Much, much stronger. Okay, I think YouTube's back, by the way. Yeah. Let's go, YouTube. Here we go. Aaron, he has the T-Zone spare ball, New Blue, and Swag, which is ASIM Pearl. Yeah, it's going to be his strongest ball. Jeffrey Burton, so to you, what's the ball of the year so far? If you don't want to go there, what's the best release? In my opinion, balls of the year candidates, Evoke Hysteria, Ion Pro Solid. I want to say the Brunswick Combat. I actually need to send a message. I think I can get one for like 75 bucks right now, a used one, and I might take somebody up on that because I want to throw this combat, but I don't want to spend $195 on one, and I also don't want to wait 4 months for it to go out of stock and discontinued. So I'm going to try that. I think the combat's really good, but otherwise, the other ball of the year, I really think is the Black Widow Mania. I think it is really good. And it did come out in January. It's going to be ball seller of the year. #1 ball seller by far. Richard Chillian, how different would a Primal Ghost be to your Hysteria? Earlier and smoother. It will be very different. Very different. Bigfoots, I'm looking for an equivalent ball to your Rotogrip Cell RST Hyperdrive Solid. Definitely. Adam Miller, I with Brunswick would have dropped the Energize a few weeks ago, picked up a Combat to replace the Vaporize, and it's way different. Is it earlier and smoother for you? Bart Builds, I've been watching the stream on YouTube since about 10 minutes ago, but I had to reload the channel twice before I could see the link to the stream. Yeah, YouTube must have been out, but I'm seeing our viewership skyrocket right now, so I think we're back. So welcome, anybody who's just joining us on the YouTube side. TikTok, you guys haven't noticed any problems. I'm glad to have you guys here. Twitch, good to see all you guys. I do want to give, I haven't really given any, our usual shameless plugs. So if you haven't, make sure to drop a like or a subscription on whatever you're watching, or a follow. Best way to help support the channel. I do want to make a note that we are going to be live all day tomorrow playing the brand new Pokemon game, Pokemon Legends ZA. I actually took off all day of work for it. We will be streaming from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on our Twitch channel only. So make sure to go check out our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ZVL Bowling. We're going to be streaming Pokemon all day. We're going to, of course, be talking about bowling stuff as well on that channel. That's always going to happen. But we will be streaming Pokemon, talking bowling, having a really good time over there. So really appreciate it if you guys come hang out. If you're at work, it's a good thing to have on in the background. Don't worry, I checked with your boss. They do approve of you watching the stream during the workday. 100% on that side. Sean Bowler, thank you so much, Sean, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. With the OG RST above the S2, which would be a good one below the S2? I like the idea of 3 symmetrical and 3 asymmetrical solid hybrid pearl, 1 of each. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Sean. Appreciate it. What would be below the S2? I would have said Attention Star, but I think the RST Hyperdrive Pearl is the next one that's going to fit there, man. Also, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. SUUV. Oh, Suvi. I thought it was SUV for a second. Closest ball compared to the Rubicon UC2? Gremlin. Don, you can have my combat for a sponsorship? Oh, deal. In. Yeah, where do I sign? Wait, did you drill yours weird? I can't remember if you drilled yours funky. You like your combat. Keep your combat. No, you strike with it a lot. Jake, thought on the TNT and the original Mindset. I would recommend against the original TNT. That ball was kind of doo-doo for everybody. The original Mindset was good. It was a strong, smooth ball, but not like crazy strong. It was like middle of, it was like an Equinox Solid is how I saw the Mindset. Keep catching up over here. Machine Ball of the year will be if it works on blue and red without burning up after 3 shots. Ooh, there might not be a ball of the year then. Wayne, I only throw B7 stuff, but their ball comparison charts are terrible. Ironically, the only one that has one is Radical. That is true. That is true. Invisible Conman is a criterion inverse, medium sharp, or strong sharp. That's been something I'm debating right now. I need to see it go down the lane a little bit more and see it compared to more stuff. I'm actually leaning on medium sharp. I'm actually thinking it's on the upper end of medium sharp. I don't think it's strong sharp. I think it's a little too weak. Yofo, if I can only get 1 ball this year, what would you recommend? Ion Pro Solid. JR, the alert sounds a little more down lane than a sensor solid. That's a good way to put it, actually. Yeah, it's similar to a sensor solid, just quicker. That's a really good way to put it, man. Don, I love my combat. It's 6-inch pin. You can plug it and drill it. It's great for you. No, keep it. You throw it good. Don't give away bowling balls you like, kids. Alex M, I'm about to start my senior high school year. Congratulations, man. Good luck this year. I got the Eternity Pi UFO Phase 5 Harsh Reality Pearl. I would recommend something a little bit weaker, like a weaker solid ball, Cove, Rockstar. It looks like you have a lot of Storm equipment. So I'd say Cove or Rockstar will be good plays for you. I think those are going to be the best two. Seth White, it's a great place to be told by Wilhelm to buy a purple hammer. When in doubt, buy a purple. TTV Snappy on Twitch. I have a league this weekend, and they're throwing 46-foot pattern. Ultimate Wrecker Infinity Quest. Infinity Quest. Your Ultimate Wrecker will not hook at all. Mike Mitchell. There aren't many balls. I think the problem is we need more independent companies to drive up competition. Absolutely. We hit that. Jeremy Hatcher. Definitely nano or particle in the blue. Yofo, is the oil pattern seen on the PBA just a protection digitally or projection on the screen? Yes, it is just a projection that Fox was doing at the time. Russell, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, the PBA did try to put out colored oil for a little bit. The problem was it stained the bowling balls and the equipment and everything. It stained the pins. It was not great. So they had to go away from it. Level Up Bowling. Alani should be the energy drink of the year. Zero sugar, no crash, just clean energy. Alani is good. We love Alani. Seth White, what weak ball is good for angle? Typhoon. I'd say Typhoon. RJ, love my GT playing the dirt. It's almost dead. I love it. Average 240 with it. Yeah, the clutch is a good replacement, I think. I think the clutch is the best replacement because you stay in that motive camp, and they are very similar. Very, very similar. Jake, I wish they would release stats on the ball uses and thrown from junior gold. I know, that would be so cool. I don't think USBC kept track of what bowling balls were thrown. Unfortunately, I wish they did. I could probably send out some feelers to see. I still have a connection with USBC since they posted my yeah, okay, we'll see that in a minute. Wow, I lost my train of thought there. Holy cow. But I have a connection with USB-C since they shared my urethane video from a month or two ago, so I might have to check. Display, I can confirm the Phase 2 Pearl is there. I pray that is because I would love to have a shiny Phase 2. If it is, that'd be wild because they're releasing so many medium and sharp bowling balls, but I'd be curious. Ken Redmond, New Blue, patience. They're always working on new stuff. Oh, wow. That might be a little bit of a teaser. Little bit of a teaser for something to come soon. Scrimblow, New Blue is a scam. It shines up super fast. When it's shined, it either doesn't see it or jumps off the friction. That was the big issue with that ball, is that it was quick, super fast. So it is not a urethane-like ball. Joe, would you wait for Rockstar Amp to release or get an Ember? I'd wait. I personally see myself throwing the Rockstar Amped more than my Ember. My Ember is good on fresh. That's when it's good. But if there's carry down, the ball like sees the carry down and kind of rolls forward. You're going to see that in my ball review of the Rockstar Amp tomorrow. 11 a.m. Central Time, by the way, is when that'll go out. But that's what I see that Ember doing, and it's worrying me. I brought it to tournaments. I'm like, I really need it to be good in these situations, and then it just is terrible for me. Like, it would have been great for that ball to be good this last week in a tournament I was at. I needed it to be good, and it wasn't, which is disappointing. So I don't know. I like my amped ball motion a little better, but I need to throw it more to verify. Again, I only threw it one time. Granted, when I did throw it, for anyone who's just joining us, I think I threw a 20 bagger with it. I threw a 300. I think I went 5 or 6 in a row, big split, and then I whacked off the next 20. It was great. It felt awesome. It was so dumb. Key, purchase a Phase 2 and haven't been impressed. Would Lane Shine help? Yes, Lane Shine helps a lot. Emmanuel Green, what's your favorite phase release? Phase 2 and then the Phase 3 right after it. Phase 3 is my favorite looking bowling ball ever and favorite smelling bowling ball ever. And I did throw 300 with it once, but it's not great. Jake, I wish they were, oh yeah. Matthew, Brunswick today on his alert video said, first thing that this ball is his pick for ball of the year. Yeah, he's 100% trolling. He knows that he has people in the palm of his hand, so he's just going to tell people that. Yeah. It's not, for the record. Again, if anybody says a ball is ball of the year before the release date, they are not telling the truth in any of their ball reviews. It's simple. Nobody knows a ball is ball of the year until months down the line. So keep that in mind. Unfortunately, it's a very much trying to trick you or manipulate you into thinking that ball is a must-have. Just like if anybody says this ball is a must-have, it's not. It never is. No ball is a must-have in bowling. Mike Mitchell, do the colors of finger grips matter? Darren Tang kind of hinted at it as a Twitch stream. Mike, thank you for the $5 super chat, first of all. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Love having you hanging out here. Yes, kind of. So I'll go into more detail. The color, or a grip's color matters very slightly just on the feel. In my opinion, most grip colors feel identical except for clear. Clear grips are super tacky, so they're going to be stickier than the other grip colors. My personal favorites are the black or white grips. I think those feel the best. The colored ones, the ones with actual color, feel a little tackier, and then the clear ones feel super, super tacky, is how I see it. So yes, they matter, but very, very slightly. See, Wayne, must-have is a purple hammer. I'll argue the purple hammer is the greatest ball of the 21st century. I do not think it's a must-have even. I don't think so. If you don't bowl sport shots, you don't need a purple. So like there is no actual ball that is a must-have ever made. Phase 2 is the greatest reactive ball of the last 15 years. It's not a must-have. Not at all. If you have a Rockstar, you do not need a Phase 2 ever. Bart, if you ask me, turbo black grips feel the best. Yeah, exactly. JR, for the record, I don't have a clear favorite yet for best ball of 2025. Exactly. So there is no ball of the year. It's just not a thing. Now, does it get clicks? 100% it does. Absolutely. There's a lot of people who love seeing that. It's great. But remember, no ball is ball of the year until many months in the future. That is what we should get out of this. KBR, you're right. A spare ball, even a spare ball isn't a must-have for. I think it is. I am under the impression that everybody needs a spare ball unless your name happens to be something around the lines of like Norm Duke. I know weird, weird odd name to just throw out there, but yeah, if your name's Norm Duke, you don't need one. Everybody else probably needs a spare ball. I think it helps boost your spare percentage. That is a hill I like to die on, is that everyone needs one. Stu Williams has the greatest quote about it. That's actually his quote that I completely stole. So shout out to Stu Williams. Go sub to Beef and Barnsey. They just hit 30,000 subscribers. They do a podcast twice a week. They're the smartest individuals you can listen to in the world of bowling by a landslide. Like if you listen to anybody's podcast and want to be more educated, I will keep this one out of it. I'm just too... of course, this one is number one. No, Beef and Barnsey are insanely knowledgeable. Of course, they're two of the best bowlers in the world. But yes, everybody should have a spare ball as my hill to die on. Scrimblow, we hit Randall Duke. Could you talk about the Black Widow V1 and the Venom Shock? Black Widow V1 is very much being overlooked. It's a good ball. Is it must-have now? It's a great ball. I've just realized that I missed Gabriel Super Chat. I'll get there in just a second. Black Widow Tour V1 kind of fits the gap between like your strong, smooth, symmetrical and your super shiny pearl ball. So it would fit in between like a Hammerhead and a GB5 Pearl. In between is where the Black Tour V1 fits. If you need a ball after your Effect Tour, Black Widow Tour V1, great option. So that's really where that ball is. Venom Shock is just the greatest motive ball ever made. Medium smooth, benchmark piece. Early, smooth, exactly what you want it to do. Super versatile. All right, now Gabriel's $2 super chat. Thank you, Gabriel, for the $2 super chat. Really appreciate that, man. Phase 2, Wrecker spare ball. Will that work for me? Yeah, that's a good 3-ball arsenal. Awesome. I like it so far. D-Mac, hey from Australia. Hey, thank you, man. Welcome. Matthew, I've heard from some reviewers saying the Rockstar does the same thing as the Phase 2, but better. No, it does not. It's good. I am a simp when it comes to my Rockstar right now. I have averaged 230 with that thing on both sport and house shots. I love it with a passion. Thank you for the follow. But no, it's not better than the Phase 2. No, not at all. It's really good. I think it's a fantastic medium smooth ball. I think it's one of the best on the market, but the Phase 2 is just too good. Big B, love your channel. Thanks, man. Thanks for hopping in. Appreciate it. David Jones, ever had a rough night like this? I left a 10 pin 7 times in a game. Huh. That might be a record, actually. That's impressive. 7 times is hard to do. Matthew, can you guess who said it? Honestly, no, I can't. That would be like a Brad and Kyle thing to say. But they love the phase 2 too much. Is that Darren? Darren doesn't throw a phase 2 much. Amazing Robin. Anger Solid is the only ball I purchased, and it feels like old news. Oh, I know. The Anger Solid is good. That ball is so overshadowed. That was a great piece. I think it's a good ball. But hey, George, thank you for the follow on TikTok. But it is very much ignored. 100%. It's a great ball. It's a good ball. I even forget about it in these situations. Like when I'm recommending bowling balls, I forget it a lot. JR, the GOAT is a bit of a stretch. Yeah, exactly. Mean Boy, YouTube is working good, except you're in Japan. Oh, welcome from Japan, though. Welcome, welcome. Matthew, oh, is X in the pit? Oh. Yeah. Oh, X in the pit, guys. Oh, they're fun. No, the phase 2 is the best for a reason. Unfortunately, the Rockstar is really good, but it's getting ignored. Not ignored. It's doing really well. That's why there's a Pearl version. But I think if the phase 2 didn't exist, the Rockstar would be seen as the greatest ball of the year. Larinsk, I have a Jackal EJ, Raptor Rush, GB5 Solid, Primal Rage Evo as my strong and medium. Is replacing the Rush with the Hysteria a different enough shape from the Rage? 100% it is. Yes, absolutely it is. Just like, and then Zach will hit quick on TikTok, Evoke Hysteria versus Hyperdrive Pearl. Evoke Hysteria is earlier and smoother than the Hyperdrive Pearl. Bobby D, I don't think you answered it. Oh, sorry about that. But my question is, I just got a spare Evoke since it got discontinued. What is the best way to store it? Keep it in the plastic and keep it in the box. Make sure the plastic's still around it. The less air that gets on it, the better. Adam Miller, combat is earlier and smoother. I knock the polish off like I do on everything. Combat feels like a Black Widow 2.0 hybrid. Awesome. Perry, Pokemon died with gold and silver. Excuse me, sir. Excuse you. Hold on. We ain't taking that kind of blasphemy because one, I wasn't even playing the games when Gold and Silver came out. Ruby and Sapphire were my first games. Thank you very much. And two, Gold and Silver are the worst games in the series. 100%. Gold and Silver are just remakes of the first games, but worse. Ken Redmond, when Robert Bull doubles in Cali, he said there were more Anger Solids and Coves being thrown. So it probably depends on the place, is my hope. All right. Lincoln Dots, good morning from the other side of the globe. Hey, thank you, Lincoln Dots. Welcome. Dad Skates Bad, do you think there'll be more motive drops soon? Yes. Once the Shadow and the Raptor release, we'll probably have about a week and a half and we'll hear the new motive stuff. Motive is as cyclical as it gets, where they do every 45 days as a new release. And you know that they always give about 3 weeks before the release. So you're going to see a random Wednesday, probably in early November, that you'll see the new ball get announced. I don't know what it'll be. I hope it's a medium ball and a new core, but we'll see. I'll be curious if Motive goes through all of 2025 without making a brand new core. They are so far successful at it. They have not released a new core since the Motive Evoke. That is the last new core that they've made. So I'll be curious if they make it through the year. Adam Miller shot 740 with the Theorem Solid. Love to hear that. The Theorem Solid is still awesome, by the way. Absolutely awesome ball. Oh, yes, and I'll be on Twitch for Pokemon Legends ZA. So was it Perry, right? Was it Perry? Yeah, it was Perry who was talking smack about Pokemon. If you want to be proven wrong, twitch.tv/ZVL Bowling tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. I'll prove you wrong. Devontae Justice, I have a purple hammer and a phase 2. What should I get next? I'd get a shiny ball. Something like a Rockstar Amped, an Ember, a GB5 Pearl, Black Widow Mania if you want something stronger, something like that. Gabriel, I will not be live on TikTok, unfortunately. I am to give you guys a little inside look of the social media side of things. TikTok and YouTube are not fans of you posting different kinds of content. It breaks their algorithms. So like on YouTube, I did check. I wanted to stream on YouTube, non-bowling stuff, but all my sources and everything told me, don't do that because your channel is focused on bowling. And if you throw gaming into it, YouTube's going to have an aneurysm and freak out and just not know to recommend stuff. So TikTok's kind of the same way. So unfortunately, we won't be doing that, which is sad. But it'll just be Twitch. It will be Twitch, though, which is awesome to hit. All right. Lincoln Dots. 3-ball arsenal for casual and potential league play. Black Widow 3.0, Black Widow Mania, and a spare ball. Speed dominant. Would it work? Oh, yeah, absolutely. That'll work. That'll be a great option. I like it. Eric Snyder, thank you for the follow on TikTok. But yeah, absolutely, that's a great choice. Gemini, I had a Scorpion Strike and a low flare. Origin EX drilled at buddies and having great reaction. They claim to have drilled it towards its most potential. Shouldn't all pro shops be drilling like that? So, most potential, I've never heard of before. Devontae, watch out with the spamming, by the way, over on TikTok. There really is no way to drill it to max potential. You can drill it with max hook. You can drill it with max down lane angle, but not really max potential. That's not really a thing. Corey Like, is a new blue a good pickup for speed dominant? No. If you're speed dominant, stay away from it. Rev dominant will like it. Speed dominant, not as much. Devontae, would an optimum idle work? What did you have? No. Optimum idle is close to the phase 2. You do not want to get an idle. Do not buy an idle if you have a phase 2. Sackles, how do you feel about swag? Meh. I like what they're doing. They are better than they were, but the bowling balls are just way too smooth. I think what swag needs to do is they need to find a way to create a cover stock core combo that is super angular. I got yelled at by a couple swag guys when I say this, but they are the smoothest bowling balls I've ever thrown, and I have their 2 weaker bowling balls. I have their Apex Pearl, and I have their Craze Hybrid. Both are weekend bowling balls. They should be angular, and they are slow. I cannot throw that Apex Pearl either A, when there's oil on the lane, or B, when I'm left at 15. It just doesn't work. It's just so smooth. I tried it at tournaments. I tried it on house shots. I've tried it everywhere. It just is not the play. The Craze Hybrid is a really good weak bowling ball if you want the weakest bowling ball on the market, but it is not quick either. It is also not quick at all. So that is what I think about swag. Unfortunately, I think a lot of their other equipment is even smoother. If you have a ton of axis rotation or you want to be different, swag's a good choice. And Kayla, thank you for the gifts for the finger hearts. Appreciate it. Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, Key, and then was your opinion on swag bowling balls? Yeah, that's just where I'm at with that. The Unreal is pretty good. That's good. That's awesome. It's still very smooth. And unfortunately, when I was with a different when I was with Bowlers Mart, they only sent me 2 of them. So I didn't get a good look at the rest of them. I wasn't going to purchase them. Swag didn't match up with me. So not a fan. Han Solo, what do you think about the first anger being $95? It's so stupid. That ball is good. Again, it is the outcome. It is unfortunately it is the outcome of Brunswick having too many bowling balls released, is that we see all of these other balls dirt cheap right now. It's so unfortunate because there's a lot of good bowling balls that you can get for super cheap. So it's good for the consumer, but I don't like seeing it for like, I don't know. It's weird. In my head, the bad bowling balls should be the ones that are on sale. But no, now there's really good bowling balls on sale everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. It's so weird. I don't get it. I love it. For you guys, for me, it's awesome. I'm just a bowler at the end of the day, so I love seeing that in a lot of reasons. But yeah. Sackles, thanks for the opinion. Absolutely, Sackles, absolutely. Adam, I play 15 to 8, but I do tend to miss outside. Would you think Black Widow Mania or V1? It depends on the situation, but I'd go V1. It'll be smoother off the friction. Mean Boy, I have a Mesmerize and friends like the Ion Max a lot. What are the differences in shape? I see the Mesmerize as a little quicker down lane than the Ion Max, but otherwise they're very close together. Scott Ogden, since following you and paying attention to ball selection, my average went from 180 to 197. Hey, that's awesome. Love to hear that. Those are the things that are the best thing about doing this YouTube stuff and is trying to help you guys and seeing the success stories. seeing somebody whose average went up by 20 pins, seeing somebody who threw their first 300, all those things. That is why we do this. That is, or me, hi, I'm the only one running this channel. I always say we, and I can't get out of that mindset. But that's the thing that I love to see. That's the reason that I do this, is to try to help you guys get better. I'm not trying to sell you stuff. I'm not trying to have a platform to like push an agenda on. My goal is just see you guys do better. So I love seeing that. That's awesome. Caden, when is the next Arsenal review? I'm hoping next Saturday. I've had a billion things on my plate for the channel lately. And then, of course, with the full-time job in there as well, it's very hard to get time to be able to do an Arsenal review. That's unfortunately always in the middle of my list, but I will try to get there as soon as I can. Tony on Facebook, what do you think about the V1? The Tour V1 is good. It's a good ball. It's a really good ball. It just is getting, I think, Brunswick's new marketing tactics, which are we announce a ball and then 10 days later we release it, did not work well for that Black Widow Tour because not many people are seeing it. I think it's good. I think it's a good house shot ball. I think it's a good tournament ball. We just aren't seeing it that much. TTV Snappy, thank you for the tip for the 46-foot pattern. My only problem is I've been struggling with my Infinity Quest, overhooking. I bowl two-handed. I'm pretty rev dominant. I would recommend focusing on your ball speed. The 3 best ways to boost your ball speed are longer arms, which is not something you can control. The second one is faster footwork. So have your feet go faster. The third one is a higher backswing. As a two-hander, it's a little tough, but the higher your backswing, the faster you'll throw it. Don't muscle the ball. Just try to get the ball into the swing quicker and a little higher. Emmanuel Green, I have an Eternity Pie, Phase 2, Phase AI. Any recs for trying to get into tournaments? I mean, I'd recommend a spare ball, but otherwise that's a good 3-ball arsenal to try to get into it. I think it's a really good start to an arsenal. I think it's a good one to try to get into tournaments to see what you're missing, see what you don't have. Existence is pain. They should collect data from different high-level tournaments in the PBA on balls. I 100% agree. That was my push to PBA, and unfortunately, nobody at the PBA saw my video, unsurprisingly. But I would love ball information. I don't know the specifics behind it. I don't know if the ball companies have pushed against it. I feel like we're not the first ones to come up with this idea, but I would love to see, hey, the Phase 2 was thrown 2,000 frames. I don't know, random number. That'd be so cool to see. Just amount. We don't need to know scores. We just need to know amounts. I feel like with Lane Talk, it's possible, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Bart build, yeah, we hit. Gabriel, you missed my super chat. No, we're good now. KBR, spare balls, must have. James, have you ever had seller's remorse or gifting remorse after getting rid of a ball? Not really, because I was a hoarder when it came to bowling balls, so I only got rid of them when I really, 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 really knew I wasn't going to throw them again. Like, I just got rid of my Zen Gold label. I kept it for like 10 months. I threw it one time. I brought it to practice once and then never threw it again. That ball just never really matched up to me. It was good. It just didn't match up to me very well. But no, not really. Not really. Sackle, so I'm getting a Phase 2. What should I look for? The ball, it's going to be early and smooth. It's going to be an early ball. It's going to be smooth. It's going to be slow down lane. Let's catch up. Jake, so the GB5 Pearl and Alert are medium sharp and medium smooth. Correct. Diecast, the new Radical Ball looks good. Which one? The Intel looks awesome. The Evil Eye looks like a stealth mode, but it looks good so far. Roy Larson, how should I get my new ball drilled two-handed? I would recommend checking out Storm's 2LS and just pick one of those layouts for what you want the ball to do. Kenneth, what do you think of the Cove and Equinox Solid? I like them. The Cove is a little niche, unfortunately. I don't have situations where I can throw my Cove a lot. I've brought it with, and I just never take it out of the bag. I think it's a good house shot ball. I don't know if it's good sport shot. I'm going to try polishing mine just to try to get something different out of it, because I just don't throw it, which is weird. It's not, I never have situations where like, man, I need my Cove, because like, I have a Scorpion low flare, and I like that reaction so much better than the Cove. The Cove is very like, it rolls, and then you can watch it turn and then roll forward. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know. Existence, we hit. Big B, who's representing JR tonight? That is the lovely Barks, probably. Yep, it's always Barks. Mariners or Jays, who you got? Team Mariners. I am 100% Seattle. I am now a Seattle fan. If you asked me 2 weeks ago, I don't care. You asked me today, I am Team Seattle through and through. My boy, the former Twin Jorge Polanco, is crushing it. So in Minnesota Twin spirit, players always play better when they're off our team. So I love seeing that. And also, it's just the Mariners are so much more hype than the Blue Jays, in my opinion. Just, oh, that 15-inning game was just beautiful last week. Just I watched the last 6 innings way too late into the night. It was great. Gemini, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Great to see you, and thank you. Big B, love your channel. Gabriel, well, if it was to me, thank you so much. If it was to JR, again, thank you so much. Go follow JR Pro Show. Gabriel, now add an effect in 3D attack. Will it work? Let me check what your first 2 were. Phase 2, Wrecker, effect, and what was your last one? 3D attack. Yeah, actually, that still works really well. That still fits really well, man. I like it. Adam, hey, not cool from Detroit. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The Tigers had so many chances to win that game, and they just didn't. I'm so sorry. As an AL Central rival of yours, I loved seeing you guys pop off this year. I want to see the Lions win the Super Bowl yet. I'm still Team Lions, if that helps. But sorry, I'm Team Mariners right now. Team Mariners for baseball. Professor Turtle Guy, high road that I got turned out a little bit stronger, smoother than I want. I put it to 3,000. Should I try 4,000? Yeah, that'll make it a little quicker down lane. That'll make it a little quicker. Adam, I know they didn't want to win. They really didn't. They didn't seem like they wanted to win at all. It was sad. Hanson, hello from Hawaii. Would the C300 Ricochet Pearl hook off the friction? If I put 3 3/8 by 3 3/8 by 0, I would not recommend 0. Do not go 0 inches on the 2LS. I think that's a very trick layout. I'd recommend a different bowling ball if you want that kind of reaction. But if you want to use a Ricochet Pearl, I'd go like 4 1/4 by 4 by 2 if you want to do something different. I think that'll be a little bit better. But I don't think a 0-inch pin to cog is a good idea. Mike Mitchell, I think bowling should get in with an online casino, say DraftKings, to bet on bowling and do fantasy bowling. 100% I agree. Now that we have a sanction, or not a sanctioned, what do they call it? Yeah, not sanctioned. Oh, what is it called? The PBA paying everybody, no matter what, those 40 people. Whatever that's called. It's not sanctioned. I keep getting sanctioned in my head, whatever it is. I think you actually could. Yeah, just no one's picked it up yet. The problem is you can't watch it. You can't like watch qualifying because of the paid bowl TV. Might see a difference in the future though. Maybe. We'll see. On Solo, I might get the Anger Solid for a benchmark. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's a great idea. RJ, any ball rec for a rev dominant lefty? IQ Tour. Every time I'll recommend an IQ Tour for a lefty. Joe, if I get the Rockstar amped, would you recommend Rockstar or Phase 2? I would... Exempt. Yes, exemption. Thank you, Tarzan. You're the best. I would... Potato, flip a coin. I like both. They both do very slightly different things. The Rockstar is just a little bit later, a little bit quicker than the Phase 2. Oxford Strong, should I look into the IQ 78? No. Get a purple hammer. Yes, and Ken, exemption. Thank you, guys. Jake, the way you explained the Twins reminds me of the Jets. Oh, ooh, we won't bring up the Jets today. That's a sad story. They are. I didn't think Aaron Rodgers leaving a team would hurt that badly, but whoa. Especially because he was hurt half the time. Janet, thanks for all your help. I tune in anytime. Thank you, Janet. Appreciate it. David, have you ever vacuum sealed a ball? I have not, but it works. Absolutely. It's a good way to do it. Fred Flintstone, make me a 3-ball arsenal for league. I will roll end over end. Give me some options. Lincoln Dots, you take back about gold, silver. No, they are the worst. They are the worst Pokemon main series games. I'm putting X and Y above it. I'm putting Sun and Moon above it. There's nothing in the game. You can't catch Generation 2 Pokemon in Generation 2. You can't catch a Houndour. It's absurd. It's so dumb. It's so disappointing. Huh. You want to get me on Pokemon rants? I will be in. Trevor, I have a 13-mile-an-hour ball speed and a high rev rate. I would recommend like a Tropical Surge. Low-end balls will be better for you. RJ, any ball wrecks for rev dominant lefty? Yeah, I hit IQ tour. Amazing Robin. At this point, any non-meta ball is as rare to see as an overseas ball. That's true. D. Bryant, I have a harsh reality solid, which between the Sublime Focus and Black Widow Mania is my second ball in a bag. Which between the Sublime Focus and the Black Widow Mania? Oh, Sublime will be right below it. Gabriel, I'm going to be smack talking bang. That's okay. That's all right. Playful, how much do you prioritize working the inside of the bowling ball? I've been trying to work on my release, and that's been hard for me. Modest progress, but I don't know how pros get in those positions. A lot of work. So that is something I've worked on for like years, literal years. My hand always wants to get to the side of the bowling ball. That's just where my natural hand position wants to get to because that's just what my body does. So what I've been doing for months is trying to just trick that hand to get it more there. And I've gotten to a really good spot, but it's taken months of work and I'm still not to like a Mitch Hoope spot or anything. But it takes a lot of work of just trying to figure out the reasons that your hand wants to go there. Usually it does it because you're using muscle. That was my reason, is a bad fit and muscle. My thumb was too tight and that would cause my hand to roll over it. And then using too much muscle on the swing also caused it. Shells, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate it. Big Hamma 29 on Twitch. Do you have any ball wrecks? Rev Dominant Lefty. Yeah, IQ tour. Key, I found that I don't match up the Widow and Game Breakers. Is there any set of bowling balls you don't match up with? Ooh. That's a good question, man. It's a really good question. What are some good bowling balls I just didn't like? High Road? I didn't like the High Roads. High Road Hybrid and High Road Pearl. I did not like much. I gave away my last High Road Pearl to a kid at a doubles tournament, and the High Road Hybrid luckily cracked on me, but I hated that thing. So the High Roads have been my bad ones. I do have a High Road 40 now. I need to find times to use it to see, is it me or what is it? But I'm hoping to like this one better. But I know for others, it is one of the best balls for that lower spot. Wayne, Mitch Hoope has the greatest release of all time. I would agree. I think if I had to pick one pro's release to mimic, it would be Mitch's. His ball roll is majestic. That thing rolls so heavy and it's so great. Corey, how come I can't find swag balls anywhere? Because they're not popular, unfortunately. They are just not, they're just not great. They are not popular in a lot of ways, so you're not going to see them much. David Jones, fresh, medium, house shot. Start with solid or pearl. I start with solids. I like solids. I will be trying out the Rockstar Amped at League tomorrow to see if that works, and that's a pearl. Mike Mitchell, after first week of League, averaged 111. You're up to 129. Hey, love to hear that, man. Love to hear that. Let's catch up. Nick, track latitude is my main ball. That's an oldie. As I do best with it. What should I look for? I need to look up what the track latitude was. Track latitude. That was before my time being a nerd about bowling balls. You can find it for $75 on eBay. That's pretty decent. That was, oh, they have Jake Peters on this one. Oh man, you guys remember Jake Peters? He's actually still doing great. 251045 solid. GB5. Game Breaker 5. GB5 solid will be your play. Mike Mill, thoughts on the new Widow Ball two-hander? I think it's good. It's an in-between of a lot of things. So I think it's good for an in-between between medium smooth and medium sharp. Adam, I've been staying behind and under the ball this season. My average is up 15 pins. Yeah, your ball roll is just better. My ball roll is so bad when my hand's on the side of it. On all the short form content, I'm definitely going to be posting videos of like the last couple years of bowling for me, just to show you guys like, side of the ball is bad. Like the last like 2 years of bowling have been the worst years of my career. And this year already is eons better than the last 2 years. I've made, I think I'm 2 for 3 on making cuts already. Took second already once. So my ball roll is just better. And that is so important. That's what getting under and behind the ball will do. It'll cause more of that end over end rotation. Corky, where is the best place to find where bowling tournaments will be? I live an hour away from the cities. Oh, same, man. I do too. I think the best place, one is Facebook, unfortunately. Not the greatest, but that is where it is. But yeah, Facebook is the best place. There's a Minnesota bowling board that has a lot of tournaments on it. Matthew, have you thrown the Hyperdrive Pearl? I have not thrown the Hyperdrive Pearl yet. I did watch Mr. Don throw it quite a bit, and that's our review on it. Matthew over Prather. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Mitch has more power. Right now, bowling's a power game. So higher rev rate, yes. Joff, I throw a track Paradox. Looking for something close. Paragon Shadow. Or Paragon Shadow, yeah. Track Paragon Shadow will be your play. Donovan, your PSO can order a swag ball, but they don't have them on the shelf. Yeah, most places don't have them on the shelf because they've generally been bad. Swag was kind of a joke of a company a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, so on. They were kind of like the funny, cheaper option. There are some fun stories about them in the past of like you could see like you would see sparks flying when you drill into them at times, which is hilarious. There's also stories. My cousin actually has this story. Justin, if you're watching this, shout out. When 900 Global was not with Storm yet, he received a pack of balls. The cores were flooded. He drilled into the ball. When he got to the core, there was a pool of water that showed up. When he drilled into it, there was water inside of the bowling balls. It was nuts. Hilarious. That was before Storm bottom out. That's when they were not good. But it was awesome. But Swag, yeah, had some issues. Fante, I love my UC3, but since I can't bring it to nationals, do you have any recs? Can you not? You might be able to, man. Let me see. I'll check for you quick just to verify. This is a big one. If make sure you know for nationals what bowling balls are on this list. You're fine. You can throw the UC3. Yeah, the UC3 is still legal. You're good. I don't know where you heard that it's not, but it's legal. Byron, best lefty benchmark, IQ Tour, Envy Tour, Effect Tour, all the tour balls. Caden, when is the next Arsenal review coming? Hopefully next Saturday. Kenneth, what are your thoughts on the Equinox Solid and the Cove? I think they're good. I think they're both good. Equinox Solid is that in between of a super strong ASIM Solid and then your stronger Sim Solids. So it fits a good spot in the bag. Cove is a step below those stronger Sim Solids. Very smooth and slow. A lot of people like it with polish. Bar builds remorse after buying or drilling a ball. Yeah, that happens a lot. Let me look. What do I not like? Ooh, the torpedo direct hit. Yeah, I had some remorse. Just that I spent money on that ball is the main remorse. I don't know, honestly. I'm trying to look, try to see what I haven't liked. I don't have anything on my shelf I don't like right now. Trying to think of other balls. DNA is probably the worst one, though. DNA is probably the biggest regret. It was a good choice at the time. I wouldn't take it back, but it just, yeah, not great. F1, I gave away my Evoke and never looked back. I got a Paragon Shadow as a replacement. Nice. Adam Miller, the only ball I regret giving away is the UC3. Yeah, that ball is so unique, so that fits. Bobby D, I just got rid of my Primal Ghost and got a V1. Nice. Didn't fit you? That's okay. It happens. Playful, is there a dual angle chart similar to Storm's 2LS? Not really right now. Dual angle, you can know exactly what all the numbers do, but there's nothing similar to like how 2LS does it. JC, how do you use your track theorem? Sport or house? I actually got rid of my theorem. I didn't match up with it all that well. I liked it for house better. I didn't like it for sport. It was too weak for me. And it flared too much and was kind of pukey. So I wasn't a fan. But a lot of people otherwise love theirs for both sport and house. Mainly house. Michael, I have a Widow Mania and a Rhino. What would I add? Struggling with inconsistent lane reaction with the Mania. I'd go a solid then. Anger solid. You could try the new Alert if you want. Otherwise, like a Game Breaker 5 or Hammerhead is a good option too. Row, starting our league on a Gateway Arch. Awesome. Primal Ghost, Evoke Hysteria, and Steel Forge. You're going to like your Ghost a lot. Toronto, Seattle tied at 2. Okay, let's go Seattle. Come on, make it a quick 3-0. Any, that's up to your best judgment. Oh, Lord, Fred. Let me scroll up to your comment quick. Actually, let's keep it there, and I'll scroll over on my other screen. Oh, boy, I went too far. All right, let's check. Fred, where are you at with your last comment? There it is. Nope, that was not where it was. Where is Fred's comment? Did I already lose it? There it is. 3-ball Arsenal. I bowl once a week. I bowl 19 miles an hour at launch. No revs. I roll end over end because I haven't figured out how to stop being on top of the ball. You're going to want something strong. You're going to want something strong. Paragon Shadow. Paragon Shadow. Rockstar. Equinox. Let's see. Yofo, love the Copper Jock. What's your rec for best ball on sale? GB5 Pearl. GB5 Solid, GB5 Pearl are my top two because they are just so stupidly cheap. Anger is going to be on there as well right now. I mean, if I go to bowling.com, which is the best place to buy this stuff, how much is the Anger? Anger is 124. Oh, it's not in Game Breaker 5. Pearl is at 119 right now. So I'd recommend those. High Road 40 also is at like 115. Crazy. Reese, is the Sub-Zero Forge a ball up from the GB4 Solid? Yes, absolutely. Larry Tripp, how do you think the new criteria on Pearl will be since the Cypher was not good? It's good. I hope it's better. It's going to be earlier and a little smoother than the Cypher Pearl, but I'm hoping it's good. It's going to be a medium sharp ball is what it seems like, but it might be strong sharp. It's a new core, new cover. That's what worries me. The Criterions are good, but the new core worries me. Yofo finally broke 200 with your Summit Ascent. Congrats. That is awesome. Nice job. Demo, how does the level and the new compare to each other? Oh, the level is way smoother than the new blue. G. Bryant, Hoope, D-Ron, Prather, Sherman swings are next level. Absolutely. Tarzan, have we heard anything about the tour's first place payouts? Hopefully we can keep the 100K and try to sneak normal titles up to 30 or 35. I assume we will lose the 100K. That was a lot of money that Fox was putting up, and it is confirmed that the CW deal is much less money. Bolero might have goofed up the Fox deal as a rumor. So we are not probably going to see 100K for first place. Probably not. 82, Lefty looking for something between your Hypnotize and GB5. Considering Vaporize, it'll be quicker. Vaporize will be quicker. That's the tough piece. Stealth mode might be a little better. Donovan, we hit. What motive ball would you compare to the Attention Star? Steel Forge, probably. Jake, what brand is the best colorway? So like Radical would be by itself. Motive. Motive has the best colors. They have awesome colors. They're 10 out of 10 on that. Mr. 87, 538 in the league. It's all good. All good. It's just one league night. Don't worry about it. All right, we are going to do our last call for questions because I have to do some editing yet tonight before I go to bed. So final call for questions. Remember, before you leave today, make sure to drop a follow or a subscription on whatever channel you're on. Best way to help support the channel. If you want to have more bowling talks, tomorrow we are live for 6 hours, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. exclusively on Twitch. Only on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ZVL Bowling. Really appreciate it to see a lot of you guys hanging out there. We're going to have a ton of fun. We're going to be streaming some Pokemon stuff and trying to, we're almost at 200 followers already on our Twitch, which is awesome. We're going to try to boost that a little bit, play some Pokemon, play a lot of Pokemon, talk some bowling, a little bit of everything. Ralphie, what are you going to be for Halloween? Don't say nothing. Oh, I already got my Halloween outfit. We are going to have a G Fuel sponsored Halloween stream on October 29th. I will be in costume, which is gonna be bad because you're only gonna see my top half. It's gonna be hilarious. But we'll be giving away a tub of G Fuel as well during that stream. So it's gonna be a giveaway stream sponsored by G Fuel, but also our normal bowling talk is what's gonna be happening. And I'll be in costume. So I will not give away what I'm gonna be yet, but it's funny. It's dumb. So for preface for it, I'll give a hint. I'm 6'5", and I'm gonna be, my costume is a very, very short character from something. All right, let's catch up on the final couple comments. Then we'll be calling it a day. Ralphie, we hit Lou, the new Energize. Is that a direct replacement for the Vaporize? No, it's smoother and earlier than the original Vaporize. So it's a little bit different. Sliced Bread, love your videos. Thanks, Bread. Thank you. Steven, what motive ball would you compare? We hit that. Joff, I throw a track Paradox, looking for something close. Yeah, Paragon Shadow, man. Paragon Shadow. Helter Skelter, what's considered a house shot killer? You should do a video for that. Yeah, that one's so tough because I think one of the hardest things with bowling is a house shot can be a billion different things. Our house shot right now is 44 feet, 30 mils. Your house shot might be 41 feet, 25 mils. So there's a wide range of what's a good house shot ball. For me, my highest series this year have come with an Origin and a Rockstar. For you guys, the Origin might be way too strong for your house shot. The Rockstar might be way too slow for your house shot. So that's the tough piece with it. In my opinion, the best house shot ball in the market right now is an Ion Pro Solid. I think that's number one. Nerdy, thank you for the heart me. Appreciate it. Byron, any extra 3-ball bags you'd like to sell? Not right now, unfortunately. I am actually low on bags myself. My one wheel is bad. I got to check one of my Storm bags. The wheel is like super janky, so I got to check that. But no, bags are tough right now, and especially if that 100% tariff actually hits that was hinted at last week, bags are going to be stupid expensive because all bags come from overseas. Alicia Kempfer, what would be a good replacement for a GB4 Solid? GB5 Solid. It's very similar. Reese, I saw a dude from an adult league who had an 11 strike 258. How? Did he go 4-0? He had to have gone 4-0 in the middle. It's insane. Steven, I must have missed it. Oh, all good, Steven. Jake is actually a bowler from Clash Royale. Oh, they do have that. That's awesome. Helter, absolutely. Nerdy bowler. I threw 288 with my axe. That's awesome. That's wild. Gabriel Chucky, no. Much less scary. Still a villain, though. Just much less scary. 82, can I consider the GB5 Pearl the second coming of my Web Pearl? Yes, absolutely. If you want a Web Pearl replacement, GB5 Pearl. I have a Web Pearl actually behind me, the green one, and that would be what I would go for if I want something similar. But I just have so many symmetrical Pearl balls right now. You'd also be good at Waluigi. I've heard that before. JR, come see us for bags in Canada. We get a lot of, yeah, honestly, go check out JR in Canada if you want a bag. I bet your bags are eons cheaper than ours are. I guarantee it. All right. But with that, we are going to call it a stream. So thank you guys all so much who've hung out today. I really do appreciate it. All the super chats, all the comments, all the talking, all that stuff. It's been fantastic. Thank you guys for always hanging out on these. We're live again next Wednesday at 6 o'clock on all of our platforms. Remember, we have an exclusive Twitch-only stream tomorrow all day long, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you want to hang out during work or you're bored, anything like that, make sure to come hang in. Gonna be a great time playing a lot of Pokemon. Otherwise, we are going to have a lot of cool videos coming. Rockstar Amped Review is coming tomorrow, Thursday, October 16th at 11 a.m. as a Rockstar Amped Review, comparing it to the Zen 25, the Ember, the Gremlin, the Vaporize, and the original Rockstar. Yes, that's all of them. So we have a lot of cool stuff going on. Before you go out the door, make sure to drop a subscription or a follow. Best way to help support the channel, completely free. Then you get notified of all of our future content. But otherwise, we're going to call it for TikTok first. TikTok, thank you so much. I will see you guys on the next one. And then we have YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Facebook, we had a lot of people hanging. Thank you so much, Facebook. Really glad to have a couple of you guys hanging out. It's awesome to see. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Wayne, Evil Eye out. I don't think the Evil Eye is bad. For anyone that tries to say that, I don't think it's going to be bad. I just don't think it's ball of the year. And I think the post-drilling stuff is a little too niche. But that is it. Am I Bowser Jr.? No, but I love that idea. That would be awesome. I would love to be Bowser Jr. Favorite character in Mario Super Sluggers. But we're going to call it on that. We'll go to a stream ending page. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.